Good afternoon and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for the series finale between your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the visiting Road Warriors. Brandon Belanda alongside Andrew Banstra for tonight's ball game. Happy Mother's Day here in Southern Maryland as the Blue Crabs look for their first sweep of the season behind Southpaw Drake Britton. They've taken the first two, a pair of shutouts, a couple of great pitching performances. Daryl Thompson led off with 8 shutout innings on Friday. Brandon Compton followed suit with 6 of his own yesterday in the win. Andrew, what are the Blue Crabs going to have to do today to take this series sweep, their first of the year?
Well, it's going to be a pitcher's duel. We know that much coming in. Drake Britton comes in having 0 earned runs allowed, and the opposing pitcher, Raul Rivera, comes in with 2 earned runs. It's going to be a pitcher's duel. We've seen a lot of those of late, but once again, I'm going with Angelo Sanko. He wasn't a great pick last night for my MVP of the game. I'm sticking with him. I think he really comes out of his shell today and has a good game for the Blue Crabs.
Britton, the left-hander on the mound, winds and delivers, and his first pitch, a fastball inside to Osvaldo Martinez, and we are underway with the finale. Britton goes back to the fastball here as that one a called strike. The count goes to 1-1. Britton making his second start of the year, his third appearance. He threw 1 scoreless inning out of the bullpen before being inserted into the starting rotation last Sunday against the Long Island Ducks. A good outing on Sunday for him as he went 5 innings, allowed just 1 hit, walked 2, and picked up a win in his first Atlantic League start. Goes with the soft stuff here as Martinez swings right over the top of it.
And I think that says something about what the coaching staff wants to do with Britton. Really get him accustomed to that starting role. That's why, even though he only allowed 1 hit and no earned runs, he only went 5 innings. They're trying to get him into that role, so don't expect him to go too deep in the game today because he's trying to get used to transitioning from the bullpen to being a starter.
The 2-2 missed high, so the count runs full as Britton kicks and delivers. Martinez swings here and fouls it back out of play as the count will hold at 3-2. Britton features 4 pitches, a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a slurve, and a changeup. We've seen the fastball, sinker, and changeup to this point. Still yet to see the hook as he kicks and delivers. Elevates a fastball here, and that one swung on and fouled back into the screen as Martinez has come out fighting tonight and works the count to the 3-2. We mentioned last night, and it looks like the Road Warriors are doing it again after 82 pitches from Daryl Thompson in Game 1 through 8 innings. They're taking deeper counts here as Britton delivers a fastball outside, and Martinez, with a hard-earned walk, will head down to first.
And any kids watching out there, if you saw the way that Osvaldo Martinez hustled down to first base, that's something that coaches and scouts are going to pick up out of you. Even on a walk, even though nobody's on base, you sprint down to first base. It's all a part of the game.
Melvin Rodriguez comes to the plate now. Rodriguez 2 for 4 last night, 2 of the 3 hits for the Road Warriors as he takes a ball inside in the lefty-lefty matchup here.
And this is one that Britton is going to be favored in, like you said, in a lefty-lefty matchup. Try to get something on the inner half that he'll roll over on and roll 2 over there at second.
Trying to get that sinker to bury inside as he sets for the 1-0. He goes to that sinker, and it's a called strike. Rest of the Road Warriors lineup today. Geraldo Valentin bats third as he has all series. He'll play first. Designated hitter Ride Rodriguez comes back into the lineup. He'll bat cleanup after the day off yesterday. Gustavo Pierre plays third and bats fifth. Jorge Fernandez bats sixth in right field. We'll run through the rest after the 1-1 pitch from Britton. He goes to the breaking ball. That misses high and in, 2-1. After Fernandez is the left fielder Alfredo Silverio. Chris Rivera will get the start at catcher, his first start of the season, or of the series, excuse me, and batting ninth, his normal spot, center fielder Anthony Ray, with, as you mentioned earlier, Andrew, Raul Rivera on the mound. And Britton misses high again, 3 balls and 1 strike the count on Melvin Rodriguez.
And a lot of the times you think about what an advantage it is to be a left-handed pitcher, that you can keep the runner close over there at first somewhat preoccupied with the speed over there at first base, and Osvaldo Martinez got to hone in on the catcher in this 3-1 delivery.
3-1 count, and prior to that, Britton uses a deceptive left-handed move and flips over to first, but Martinez is back in safely.
And I don't think that was his best move, Brandon. Just trying to keep Osvaldo Martinez honest over there, not going to show him his best yet.
Martinez 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts this year as Britton throws the sinker. It's rolled out towards second. Garcia to Wong, spins and on to first, not going to be in time. But they do have the out at second on the fielder's choice. So Martinez will trade places with Rodriguez and head back to the dugout with one down in the inning. Defensive alignment behind Britton on the mound, left to right across the outfield. Ryan Strasburger, Corey Vaughn, Johnny Bladell. At third base, Frank Martinez, Joey Wong, and Edwin Garcia up the middle at short and second. Devin Rodriguez at first, and Jose Gonzalez re-enters the lineup after the day off yesterday. One down, and Geraldo Valentin, the first baseman, bats now as Britton kicks for the first pitch to him. That misses low for ball one.
Valentin's a guy that's been playing professional baseball for a long, long time now. He was a really high-rated prospect coming into the league, I should say. In the Arizona Summer League in 2000, he hit .352. He was a highly touted prospect.
Ground ball towards third. That's going to eat up Martinez. No play at second. A long throw across to first is in time as Martinez recovers nicely and makes the play. You can't assume the double play, so it's just going to be the one out.
Staying with the subject of things to take note of if you're a prospective baseball player, you see the way that Martinez did not give up on that ball at third. A lot of the times if you make an error, you do. He stayed right with it, had the presence of mind to go to first rather than second, and he gets the out. Now you got two down.
Two down, runner in scoring position for former Blue Crab Rede Rodriguez as Britton spins and throws to second. The tag from Garcia is just late. Britton and Garcia seem to disagree, but I think that was the right call from the third base umpire, Jorge Teheran.
I think it was too, but you know, a lot of times you really got to keep the runner very honest out there at second, especially as a lefty, because as a left-handed pitcher, you don't have the advantage that a righty does in being able to see the runner at all times.
Pitch misses low here, and he falls behind Rodriguez 1-0. Umpire crew for tonight on the normal rotation. Silvio Martinez is behind the dish. We just saw Teheran make a call at third, and at first is Mario Rosa. Britton sets for the 1-0, kicks and delivers. As this one's chopped towards first, Rodriguez will field and take it to the base himself for the 3 unassisted, and Britton works around the leadoff walk. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave one on base in the inning. Blue Crabs looking to strike in the first. Johnny Bladell leads it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Be sure to bring Mom out to the ballpark on May 13th to celebrate Mother's Day as the Blue Crabs take on the Road Warriors. All mothers will have a chance post-game to participate in the Diamond Dig presented by Allpon for a chance to win a Diamond prize package. For more information on this and any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Ladies, this is Corey Vaughn. Be sure to join us at the ballpark every Wednesday night for Wind Up Wednesday presented by Cove Point Winery. On select Wednesday nights throughout the year, ladies get in for just $5. You can also enjoy free wine samples from Cove Point, as well as free services from Therapeutic Massage and Wellness. For more information and the available dates, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
We head to the bottom of the first here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Blue Crabs got out of the top of the first without giving up a run. They hope to strike in the first with the normal top three, Johnny Bladell, Joey Wong, and Ryan Strasburger, facing off with Raul Rivera. First pitch from Rivera missed outside, so now the 1-0 catches the corner, and the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Blue Crabs roll out the same lineup they had in Game 1 of the series as a fastball blown by Bladell here. It's Bladell, Joey Wong, Ryan Strasburger, Angelo Sonko, Frank Martinez, Devin Rodriguez, and the 7-8-9 Corey Vaughn, Jose Gonzalez, and Edwin Garcia. 1-2 on its way. It's a breaking ball that bounces in the dirt. Bladell lays off, and the count goes to 2-2. Rivera, 6'3", 185 pounds, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, as he kicks on the 2-2 and delivers outside the zone away, and the count runs full. He's making his 4th appearance on the year, 3rd start, as he comes set for the payoff pitch and delivers. Bladell back into the screen, and this is starting eerily similar to the top of the first, is it not, Andrew?
It sure is, and you see both teams being very patient at the plate, and it makes sense. Two very good pitchers on the mound. Raul Rivera has a 1.45 ERA. That's 3rd best among starters in the Atlantic.
Bladell continues to fight as he fouls one back into the screen again. We saw Osvaldo Martinez do this against Drake Britton. Martinez won that battle by drawing a walk on 8 pitches. We'll see the outcome of Bladell and Rivera as the right-handed Rivera comes set for the 8th pitch of this at-bat and gets a fastball by Bladell. And the pitcher wins the battle here and records the strikeout for out number 1. 11th strikeout of the year for Raul Rivera. His first appearance came on April 27th, opening day against the Somerset Patriots. He threw a 1/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 earned. May 2nd, he got the start. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. And then May 8th, he shut out the Somerset Patriots. 6 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, and picked up his win. He's 1-1 entering play today. His first pitch to Joey Wong missed, so the count 1 ball, no strikes. As Wong with a line drive, that's going to get down, and Joey Wong is aboard with a single.
And Wong was really feeling it yesterday. He's working that middle of the field. You see one in the middle portion of the plate, and you always want to put it where it's pitched, and that's exactly what he does. Pushes it over the second baseman's head, and he's doing a great job staying through the ball in these past 2 games.
That'll bring in Ryan Strasburger with Wong on first. Wong told me prior to the game that his mother, Sharon, often listens in. So, Sharon, if you are listening, happy Mother's Day from Joey after speaking with him earlier. First pitch to Strasburger, rolls away. And that gets past the catcher and allows Wong to go into scoring position.
And the pitching-catching battery today of Raul Rivera and Chris Rivera was not quite on page there. Let's see if Strasburger can come up in the clutch, send one into the gap, and score Wong.
Fastball misses high, 2 balls, no strikes. 72 degrees here in Waldorf. We had rain throughout the morning, but it cleared up for the game today. Still plenty of wind going through the ballpark. You can hear it a little bit through the crowd mic today. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Strasburger as that one gets across, and the count goes to 2-1.
And Raul Rivera is the type of pitcher that you need to step on early in the count. He doesn't have a whole bunch of velocity, but the 11 strikeouts through 12 2/3 innings show that he is very, very capable of getting the ball where he wants to.
Ground ball towards short. Wong leaps over it. Martinez will field. Fire across. A good pick at first from Valentin as the first baseman saves the error for out number 2. Wong advances to third, so he's 90 feet away from opening the scoring in this one. Wild pitch or another pass ball that we've already seen could do it. Blue Crabs did score in the first in last night's game. Bladell came around on a Strasburger sacrifice fly. They're hoping to cash in early again here as Angelo Sonko digs in. The Blue Crabs are 4-3 when they score first, 0-6 when the opponents score first. So the first run in the game has proved important to the Blue Crabs this season as Sonko takes 1-0. The designated hitter still looking for his first hit as a Blue Crab. He's 0 for 7 to this point as he thinks about offering here, but that misses outside, barks Silvio Martinez, and the count goes to 2-0.
And you can see that Raul Rivera is really trying to spot up his pitches. He's down 2-0 in the count. If he puts something over the plate, Sonko may just make him pay for that.
He misses high here, 3 balls and no strikes. Pitching very carefully to Sonko, knowing the scouting report on him. And with first base open, you never know if Rivera's willing to go after the dangerous bat here, 3-0. But a better bat, in my opinion, this point in the season waits on deck in Frank Martinez as Sonko takes 3-1. Not saying anything against Sonko, but we were talking about it after the game last night. He missed all of spring training with the Blue Crabs, as well as the 2 exhibition games in the first 2 weeks of the season. So he's kind of using these to get his feet wet against the Road Warriors this week as he fouls one back into the screen, 3-2. So although they are just exhibition games, any live pitching at-bats will get you further than stuff in the cages. So he's still trying to warm up and get ready to go. Frank Martinez, on the other hand, who awaits on deck, has come out guns blazing this year. Payoff pitch on its way. That's going to miss inside, and Sonko is aboard with a walk. Sonko has shown great patience at the plate to this point. Not quite the power that we were promised, but he has walked 3 times to get on base, a .300 on-base percentage for Sonko to this point. Frank Martinez will dig in now. As mentioned before, Martinez has come out hot this season. A .373 batting average and 7 RBIs. He was 1 for 5 with the runs scored last night. 3 for 9 in the series as Rivera steps off and gives a look back at Sonko.
And it looks like Rivera was expecting Sonko to try to take second on that one. The old first and third tricks, you never know what's going to happen, trying to play it safe.
Breaking ball to Martinez as that misses low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. There's plenty of tricks up the bag with first and third. But with a guy like Martinez at the plate, I don't think you need to pull anything out here if you're manager James Frisbee. I think that Martinez at this point in the season, you just trust his bat. Let him try to drive in the run. He's tied for the team lead with 7 RBIs. And he's got a flare out towards shallow left here. Will this be 8? It will, as that gets down in front of Silverio. And Martinez, not the best contact there, but you take it any way you can get it. An RBI single, and the Blue Crabs are on the board here in the bottom of the first. Martinez picks up his team-high 8th RBI and cashes in Joey Wong. Devin Rodriguez will dig in now. Rodriguez got hot late in last night's ballgame, back-to-back RBI doubles for the left-hander.
And that puts him tied for the most doubles in all of the Atlantic League with 6 on the year. Looking to keep that bat hot here.
Time is called as Rodriguez steps out. To put in perspective the extra base hit total for Devin Rodriguez, he has just 7 hits on the year. 6 of them have been doubles. That run for Joey Wong was his 8th of the year. That's second on the team, trailing just Johnny Bladell. So Wong has done his job at the top of the lineup, as has Bladell. Rodriguez swinging on the first pitch. It's popped up into foul ground. Pierre drifting over towards the wall will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But not before the Blue Crabs strike first. They put up 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They leave 2 on base. And we head to the second. Britton heads back to the mound, working with a lead when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Brandon Compton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Join the Blue Crabs in DC 101 on Saturday, June 9th, as we celebrate the anniversary of an iconic baseball promotion gone wrong, the Cleveland Indians 10-cent beer night from 1974. We're going to do this one right with a commemorative, reusable Solo Cup giveaway, courtesy of DC 101, and the opportunity to buy one, and only one, 10-cent beer that night. To be a part of this celebration, get your tickets online at somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788.
Britain back to work here in the top of the second. Gustavo Pierre leads it off as Britain's first pitch, a fastball, misses high. 1 ball, no strikes. Britain allowed a walk to the leadoff man last inning, but bounced back to get a fielder's choice. A ground out to third and a ground out to first. He's behind Pierre 2-0, though, as he kicks and delivers. Fastball in the outside corner, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Britain has spent the majority of his career as a reliever, as the 2-1 sinker is fouled back out of play, 2-2.
And you can tell by his motion that he is a reliever, not to mention it looks like he's not giving it, and this is something that all pitchers do, but it looks like he's not putting everything he has on that ball to try to save any energy for later in the game.
This one misses low, 3-2. Britain does have a very relaxed motion. He's kind of had that his whole career. If you look back to his time in the Red Sox organization and with the Boston Red Sox, a very relaxed motion, looks kind of chill out there on the mound as he delivers a fastball high for a walk. You're right, Andrew. It doesn't look like he's putting everything behind any of his pitches, but Britain is a competitor. He cares about every time he goes out there on the mound. We're not saying anything to the effect that he's not trying. It's just a little bit of a quirky motion is what I would call it.
Right, and even the pitchers in the MLB, every pitch they throw, they put about 92-95% on the pitch, so every once in a while you can really just snap one off and go 100%. So it's not anything against him. It's something that almost all pitchers do.
Breaking ball here as that stays up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That's the main difference between relievers and starters. You look at some guys, the one that sticks out in my mind currently, you got Brad Peacock, a member of the Houston Astros, world champions bullpen. Peacock struggled as a starter, but they put him in the bullpen. His velocity went from 92 to about 96 as a fly ball out towards center. Corey Vaughn drifting over will call off Strasburger and make the catch for out number 1. But when you know you're only going to throw 1, maybe 2 innings rather than 6, 7, maybe 8, you're able to kind of go out there and just let everything ride and just as loose as you can and fire things in there. As a starter, guys like James Paxton are rare. Guys like Justin Verlander are rare. They get stronger as the game goes on. The velocity continues to rise. That's not something you normally see. Your arm does get tired as a starting pitcher. Britain with a check on first here as Pierre back in easily. The reason I bring up Paxton, if any of you saw the no-hitter from Paxton the other day, 99 in the 9th inning is not something I've seen in a long, long time.
And that's a lot of the reason why pitchers in particular do so many leg exercises and so many leg lifts, whether it be squats, deadlifts, what have you, is because as your arm gets tired, you have to rely more on your legs. A lot of the times later in the game, guys will rely more on their arm. If you stick with the legs and you have those strong legs, that's a lot of the times why your velocity will creep up. And then, Justin Verlander, Paxton, those are just freaks in nature.
As this one misses low and evens the count 1-1. Guys like Verlander and Paxton also, they hold back early. Like you said, they don't come out of the gate throwing 100. So when you realize about the 7th or 8th inning that maybe there's more in the tank than you thought there was tonight, you're able to let loose. And that's when you see guys creeping up 97, 98, 99 in the last inning. As Gonzalez with a quick throw behind at first, Pierre able to get back in safely. The pitch missed high, so the count goes to 2-1. But guys like the hard throwers that continue to creep up in velocity, big gamers, are a rare breed.
It's not something you see very often, if at all. We are lucky to have seen two in such a short time span.
2-1 pitch right on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You think back over history, you got guys like Randy Johnson that continued to climb in velocity. The deeper you get into a game, the more Johnson wants it. And it's just something you see maybe 2 or 3 pitchers in a generation are able to continue to increase in velocity. That's not saying other guys aren't impressive. As the runner off on the 2-2, a towering pop-up behind the mound. Britton pointing up. Rodriguez and Wong come together. Wong will make the catch for out number 2. The runner was off to second, had to retreat to first. But then you look at some guys, I'm a little biased as a Braves fan, but you look at guys like Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine, who never hit 90 really, but were still able to do the same thing and get better as games go on.
Yeah, Greg Maddux is the epitome of that. If you ever want to tell somebody that they can't make it because of their velocity, you have to call out Greg Maddux. He's one of those guys that sat, very low 90s, high 80s, and he was just an absolute gamer, as you mentioned. He was one of the best pitchers we've seen and will see in a long time.
Britton with a quick check on first. I think that might be the best move you were talking about earlier,
I
as
think
that was
so. That's
very quick.
It's the quick move, and as a lefty and as a left-handed pitcher in my past, I know that is one of the hardest moves to make without balking, with staying balanced, making a zip throw over to first.
Pierre was just able to dive back in underneath it, so now Britton will go with the fastball that misses off the inside corner, 1-0. I mean, you mentioned Maddux, a once-in-a-generation talent. His name is still used today. A complete game with under 100 pitches. They still call it a Maddux almost 10 years after he retired.
Yeah, and that's, Daryl Thompson kind of threw a Maddux the other night. Just the kind of game where you're just feeling it. You spot up everything where you want to. You put it where you want to. And that's what Greg Maddux really showed pitchers they're able to do. You don't have to throw 105 miles an hour. You just got to put it in the right spot.
Pound the zone, as they say. 2 balls, no strikes, as Britton delivers high to Chris Rivera again, and the count goes to 3-0. This is Rivera's first start. He was a sub late in yesterday's game. He came in for A.J. Jimenez, went 0 for 1 in his limited time in the game. Now gets the nod today with the day game after the night game. Jimenez getting the day off. Britton behind in the count 3-0 as he comes set at the bell to look at first. Now kicks and delivers, taking all the way as a fastball in the inside corner will bring the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Rivera has appeared in 6 games, 3. This is his 5th start at catcher, or 5th appearance at catcher, on the season. He's just 1 for 13, a .077 average. As a towering pop fly to shallow center, Wong and Vaughn come together. Wong makes the call again, and he makes the catch again to retire the side. Back-to-back pop-outs to the shortstop in the inning, and Britton works around the leadoff walk again. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Blue Crabs looking for more in the bottom of the second. Corey Vaughn leads it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crabs gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can even purchase local art from our Southern Maryland Artist Showcase. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5 as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting somdbluecrabs.com and clicking the Store tab.
Hey fans, this is Craig Stem, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night.
For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Clubs from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Are you looking for the best place to entertain your group, large or small, this summer? Look no further than the Blue Crabs at Regency Furniture Stadium with our newly renovated luxury suites and Legends Club, as well as our brand new party suite. Our luxury suites have all new amenities and are sure to please your group, while our clean, upscale Legends Club can host up to 160 guests for a game or anytime. New for 2018, the Blue Crabs are excited to announce our brand new party suite for groups up to 50 guests. It's double the space for double the fun for double the group, just $20 per person. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 to book your group today.
Hey, this is Devin Rodriguez, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
All-star Corey Vaughn, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second as Raul Rivera back to work. Vaughn swinging on the first pitch, fouls it back out of play. No balls, one strike. Vaughn had the night off yesterday for the most part. We saw Teodoro Martinez get the start in right field. On an infield single, Teodoro injured his leg a little bit. He's out of commission today as Vaughn fouls one off 0-2. At that point, Vaughn had to pinch run for Martinez at first. He spent the rest of the game in center field. Got an at-bat, went 0-1, so now 1-2 in the series. Rivera elevates fastball high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blue Crabs hoping Vaughn can get it rolling here with the bat shortly and return to the all-star form of last season. He enters play with just a .225 average. Breaking ball here from Rivera as that misses low and away, 2-2. 2-2 pitch, fastball. Vaughn just a little bit behind that one with a towering pop fly towards the Road Warriors dugout, as that's going to get up out of play and the count holds. The 27-year-old Raul Rivera on the mound was a 37th round pick of the Houston Astros out of St. Vincent of Paul College in Puerto Rico. Rivera pitched for the Astros organization 2009 through 2014. As Vaughn with a rip here, that's going to get down in left field, and Corey Vaughn is aboard with a leadoff single.
And that's what Vaughn's looking for, staying through something, keeping those hands in until the ball gets to this part of the zone you want to hit it at, gets it out in front, and a great hit there by Vaughn.
Jose Gonzalez comes to the plate now. Gonzalez with the day off yesterday after going 0-3 in the series opener. Him and other catcher Austin Green have split time throughout the season. Green got the night game yesterday, so Gonzalez with the day cap today. After a check on first, Rivera will now come set for the first pitch to Gonzalez. At the shoulders, now kicks and delivers. Fastball misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Mother's Day here at the ballpark. I know I mentioned Joey Wong's mother. I know a lot of mothers do tune in and listen for their sons that are playing in these games. I've gotten emails and contact with a couple of them as the runner off from first, chopper towards third. No play as the hit and run was on. So Vaughn into second, throw across to first in time for out number 1. I've had contact with a couple of the moms on the team that have reached out via email or Facebook or anything like that. So we want to thank moms everywhere for tuning in and listening on today as we honor you guys. Again, a little biased here, but I want to spend some time and thank my mother for tuning in. I know that her and my father tune in pretty much every day to listen as much as they can. They're my biggest fans. They're big Blue Crabs fans now. So thank you, Mom, and happy Mother's Day. As Edwin Garcia digs into the box now, Vaughn in scoring position. Rivera kicks and delivers low. Andrew, I know your mom tuned in last night.
And she's tuning in right now. I want to say thank you. She's best mom in the world. I appreciate everything she does for me. Thank you for tuning in today, and happy Mother's Day.
The 1-0 as Garcia back up the middle. Vaughn is frozen as Rivera chasing him down. Vaughn caught in a run down here. Garcia will run towards second as now Vaughn is stuck. He avoids the tag here from Pierre and will stay in the rundown, but with nowhere to go, Rivera will finally tag him out. Garcia made a heads-up play there, and it ended up costing Vaughn, hanging him out to dry. Garcia decided he was going to run to second and try to get himself in scoring position at least. And then Vaughn ended up making it back into second safely. And that was when he looked at Garcia and went, uh-oh, I've got nowhere to go.
I was thinking the same thing. Very heads-up play by Garcia. You know, a lot of times you're not going to be safe in a pickle, and you need a runner in scoring position if you can have one. So very heads-up play, and you'll take the switch there, taking Garcia at second base.
You see Martinez, the shortstop, arguing with the umpire here a little bit. Vaughn kind of put a little football spin move there. We call it the Braxton Miller in Ohio State. When he put that nasty spin move on Martinez there. Martinez saying he went out of the baseline, but he was called safe, but with nowhere to go, the throw easily tagged him out. So Bladell up with Garcia in scoring position as Rivera misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Bladell struck out after a good at-bat in his first. 8 pitches it took to retire him to lead off the bottom of the first. He's showing the patience once again as now ahead 2 balls and no strikes, taking that fastball high. Bladell has been on fire, 469 average, 6 walks, a 527 on-base percentage for the Blue Crabs leadoff man. Chopper towards third, tough play for Pierre. He's able to make it, fire across the first, dug out by Valentin as the first baseman has put on a show over there at first with the picks and saves another error to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Britton back to the mound, 9-1-2 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Paint the Park Pink returns to Regency Furniture Stadium on June 16th as the Blue Crabs host the York Revolution. Be sure to come out and support Maryland Charles Regional Medical Center as they aim to raise awareness for breast cancer. The Blue Crabs will host a post-game jersey auction with all proceeds returning to MCRMC. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey kids, this is Joey Wagman from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Don't forget, every Sunday is Kids Day at the ballpark, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. Every Sunday home game, kids can enjoy a pregame autograph session with me and other players, $3 ice cream helmets all day long, and free admission to Pinch's Playground. Postgame, you can all come on the field and run the bases. For more, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Britton back to the mound here in the top of the third as Anthony Ray lays down a bunt. Charging in is the shortstop Garcia as he able to make the play for out number 1. A very quick out number 1. 1 pitch is all it took. Ray tried to be a little sneaky there but pushed it a little too far. Not a bad idea, though. The Road Warriors have struggled with the offense to this point. 4 hits last night, 2 in Game 1. So just 6 hits on the series coming into play today. So any way to get on base, Ray tried to sneak one in there. Back to the top of the lineup here as Britton gets a fastball across to Osvaldo Martinez for a called strike. Martinez drew an 8-pitch walk in his first at-bat, but was cut down as part of a fielder's choice. Chopper down the third baseline. That's going to go into foul territory, and the count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. Martinez 0 for 4 in both of the first 2 games of this series. As Britton kicks and delivers high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The shortstop enters play today at .222 batting average. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. He scored 6 runs as well. Britton goes with the soft stuff here as Martinez chases out of the zone low and away. And Britton records his first strikeout for out number 2 here in the third. Britton looks pretty good to this point. You mentioned not normally a starter. We talked about it a little bit at the top of the broadcast. The only thing you could really nitpick at thus far is the balls to strike ratio. 40 pitches, 20 balls, 20 strikes. You'd like to see that number tilted a little more towards the K side, but he gets one across here on the first pitch to Melvin Rodriguez, 0-1.
And that's what I was going to mention as well. He already has 2 walks in the game, and as a transition starter, you got to keep the pitch count low if you want to have any chance at making it at least 5 or 6.
Britton, as we said, mostly a reliever later in his career. He did have a lot of starts early. This is his 278th career pitching appearance, 115th career start. The last time he posted double-digit starts in a year came in 2015 as a member of the Iowa Cubs. You're welcome for that, Andrew. I know you are from Iowa, has some ties to the Iowa Cubs. As Britton goes with a breaking ball here, swung on and missed by Rodriguez. Gonzalez will pick it up out of the dirt, fire to first, in a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Drake Britton. He picks up a pair of strikeouts in the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Blue Crabs looking to add some to the tally. Joey Wong leads it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Cash Beecham, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
There's no better way to celebrate Independence Day than with America's pastime. The fun starts a day early this year, and we begin our celebration with a warm-up fireworks spectacular following the game on July 3rd. Then be sure to join us again on the 4th as we take on the Somerset Patriots for the Red, White, and Blue Crabs celebration, featuring another post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or to ensure your seat today, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey fans, this is Sam Runyon, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Club from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Kalaika Kaho'ohalahala, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Joey Wong, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third, as Raul Rivera back to work, delivers a first pitch fastball for a called strike, 0-1. Wong has the 1 run on the board. He singled and came around to score in the first as he pushes one out of play here. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes.
And you see the middle infield playing deep. That's not something that's very uncommon at this level, but especially the second baseman, you see him in the grass. That is Melvin Rodriguez. You see him back in the grass. Wong has been so good at pushing it over second and over the second baseman's head.
He fights this one off to stay alive, and you're 100% right. Wong has hit absolute lasers back up the middle over and over this series. We've seen his bat coming to life. He was the leadoff hitter at the start of the year for the Blue Crabs. He dropped to the number 2 spot, as Johnny Bladell has just been on an absolute tear. So Wong drops to the 2 spot, but role pretty much the same as the 2 spot as it is at the 1. Put the ball in play and try to make something happen. Good things will happen if your top guys can get on base. And Joey Wong proved that yesterday, 3 for 5 in that game, as this one misses high, 2-2. Wong could have easily had 4 hits in that game. They put the hit and run on and sent Bladell, and that ended up bringing Rodriguez towards where the ball was going and led to an error call as Rodriguez bobbled it. Wong fights this one off foul as he continues to battle in the first at-bat here of the inning. Blue Crabs making Rivera throw a lot of pitches. He is the ace of the staff to this point for the Road Warriors, so if they can get him out of the game, a thin bullpen, as we've seen the past couple of days. And a breaking ball misses low and in here, and the count runs full. That was the 43rd pitch on the arm of Raul Rivera through just 2+ innings.
And when you talk about guys that don't have a lot of velocity, that like to spot it up, if you're running high in the pitch count, it can hurt.
3-2 rolled back up the middle. Martinez will field behind the bag, fires to first. This one bounces past the first baseman, Valentin, and Wong is aboard with an infield single. A tough play for Martinez as he had to go all the way behind the bag, all the way to the second base side of the bag, actually, and try to fire across. Valentin has saved a number of errors. So Wong is aboard with a hit to lead off the inning, as now a check on first, but Wong back in safely. That's the 4th hit in the last 2 days for Wong, his 6th of the series, and ties his season high with a 3-game hitting streak. Another check on him, but back in safely once more. Blue Crabs hoping to get the series sweep before they have to hit the road for what's going to be their longest road trip of the season. 7 games in 7 days. Strasburger with a high fly ball to deep center field. Backing up is Ray, and he'll stop just short of the track and make the catch for out number 1. Wind is blowing the other way tonight. I think the last 2 nights that might have been a home run. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, I think that would have dropped the past 2 nights. You're exactly right. And not to mention, you got to, even if you're Strasburger and that does get caught, he is really making some solid contact right now. He's transitioning, like we mentioned last night, from a high leg kick to an Albert Pujols no step, heel up, heel down swing. And he's doing a great job of that. Just trust the process, and he's really going to turn his season around.
First pitch to Angelo Sonko misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. As we mentioned, Blue Crabs have an early flight tomorrow. 7 games in 7 days in Sugar Land, Texas against the Skeeters. The 1-0 to Sonko, breaking ball. Sonko waits back and fouls this one out of play. 1-1. The Blue Crabs sending a new man to the rotation tomorrow as Joey Wagman will make his first start of the year. Alex Boshiers, whose normal spot that is in the rotation, was traded on Thursday. So Wagman will get his turn in the rotation as Sonko swings over and the count goes to 1-2.
Sonko still hitless up to this point in his 3rd game, but he has drawn 3 walks, and that speaks to pitchers knowing how good of a hitter he is, being very careful throwing against him, and that'll come when you have a name like Sonko.
Toss back into first as back in safely is Wong.
As we've mentioned, Sonko had the third most home runs in the Atlantic League last year.
He does a good job to stay alive here, as I think Rivera had him a bit fooled there, but he was able to fight it off. Sonko, the only returner to the Atlantic League of those home run leaders from last year. Sean Halton led the way with 26. He did not return to the Barnstormers. Michael Snyder of the Blue Crabs was second with 25. Snyder in the Atlanta Braves organization now, as Sonko pops one up towards the Blue Crabs dugout. Pierre is there, and he'll make the play. I think the wind might have aided that one as well, as it's blowing hard out to right field. That looked off the bat like it was going to get out of play, but ended up coming back into the glove of Pierre.
And I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but he's exactly right. I kept thinking it was way out of play, and the wind just kept dragging it back in. So the past 2 outs have been affected by the wind. They may have dropped and then gotten out of play had it been a different wind situation, but that's all a part of the game, and both teams have to work with it.
2 down, man on first as Frank Martinez digs in and takes fastball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Martinez singled in the first, an RBI hit. Not an ideal contact situation for him as he blooped one out in front of left field, but you'll take a run any way you can get it, as Rivera, still preoccupied by Wong, will check on him once more.
Rivera's got a very quick move, especially for a righty. It's all one fluid motion out there, and you can see he has that open stance as he gets the sign, so he can keep a good eye over there on first.
Martinez back up the middle. The other Martinez, as Valdo will field it and come to the base. Wong was hustling all the way and made it a close play, but Martinez will tag the base, and that will retire the side. So the Blue Crabs unable to work with the leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the 4th. The heart of the order due up for the Road Warriors. Valentin leads it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Johnny Bladell, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, be sure to join us July 21st for Jurassic Ballpark as the Blue Crabs take on Lancaster. We'll travel back to prehistoric times at the park, even featuring special guests from long ago roaming the stadium. To get your tickets for this exciting event, visit us at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
Britton back to work here in the top of the 4th. Heart of the order due up in the inning for the Road Warriors as Geraldo Valentin leads it off and takes a sinker for a called strike, 0-1. Hard line drive here to left. Strasburger coming in. He lays out, almost makes the catch as it bounces out of his glove when he hits the ground. A great effort from Strasburger, but that's going to go down as a single.
And that is the first hit of the night for the Road Warriors. But going back to last inning, Britton, although he's a bullpen guy, not a high strikeout guy so far this year. Came in with 3 strikeouts on the year. He had 2 just last inning. So he's really coming around and really getting a feel for himself in this starting role.
Britton, not a high strikeout guy throughout his career, unless you look back at the 2009 season. Ground ball to third. Martinez, Garcia on to first, and just like that, the Blue Crabs roll 2 off the bat of Rede Rodriguez. And the base is empty, 2 down, just what the doctor ordered for Britton. And that is the purpose of that sinker. Get ground balls, keep the ball on the infield, and good things will happen.
And you're right, that's what a sinker will do for you. It looks like a fastball off the hand, but it's a little slower, and it has that tail kind of down and out like a two-seam fastball does, except it goes down and it's a little slower, so that'll get you ground balls.
Hard drive towards center, hanging up as Vaughn tracking, and he will make the catch. A very quick inning for Drake Britton. 4 pitches is all it takes to get through the 4th. And no runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Crabs holding on to a slim 1-0 lead. Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn, and Jose Gonzalez look to extend it when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Austin Green, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Did you know that the storm drains in Charles County lead to the Potomac River, Patuxent River, and the Chesapeake Bay? Those storm drains are not trash cans, and the water inside does not get filtered. The litter you throw on the street can end up in the same water you drink, fish, and play in. Start now and help keep Charles County beautiful by placing your trash in its proper place. To find out how you can help, visit www.charlescountymd.gov/litterbug.
Hey kids, this is Drake Britton, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. If you're under 12 years old, make sure to check out our Chick-fil-A Backfin Buddies program. For just $15, kids will receive free admission to every Friday home game this season, as well as a Backfin Buddies t-shirt and pinch pencil pouch. During the games, all members wearing their t-shirt get to go on the field for the High Five Tunnel, as well as free admission to the kids' park and a free ice cream helmet. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Devin Rodriguez, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th, as Raul Rivera back to work, delivers fastball for a called strike to Rodriguez, 0-1. The first baseman for the Blue Crabs popped out in foul territory in his first at-bat. He thinks about offering an off-speed pitch here, but that one dips low, and he's able to hold back, even the count 1-1 strike. 1-1, another off-speed pitch as that one bounces in front of the plate, and the count goes to 2-1.
And Devin Rodriguez, looking at the spray charts, is the type of guy that if you can get him really close in on the hands, sometimes he'll roll over. He's one of those lefties, and I don't know why, but lefties do tend to like this a lot more than righties. They like taking that outside pitch to that left center gap that typically they can find some green, and that's what he does a lot of the times when he gets a hold of the ball. Last night he had 1 to left center, 1 to right center, talking about his 2 doubles.
He tries to go the other way here, but a little bit too far, as that's up out of play down the left field line, and the count evens up 2-2. Having watched Rodriguez now for almost a full season, we're about 6 days short of his 1-year signing anniversary with the Blue Crabs. He loves that left center field gap. Breaking ball here as this one is rolled foul. Rodriguez will tell you himself he actually likes lefties more because they tend to try to work him away, and that's when he can get his hands extended and push things down the third base line or over the shortstop's head, which is where he really likes to go. 2-2. Speaking of that left center gap, he goes for it here. Backtracking is Silverio. That's going to get over his head and to the wall, and Rodriguez will cruise into second. And it's going to be originally ruled an error. I'm sure that will be looked at again later. So it'll go down as an E7. just checked with the official score, and that's going to be actually immediately overruled, and Devin Rodriguez is credited with his league-high 7th double. That'll bring in Corey Vaughn, who's swinging at the first pitch. It's popped up towards the first baseman, who will handle it there for out number 1. Silverio looked like he had a good read on that, and I thought maybe it wasn't going as far as I originally had thought it was off the bat. But it turns out I was right as that ball continued to carry. Not sure if it caught his glove. Can't really see from here. But he played it very lackadaisical, and it ended up costing him 2 bases.
And I think part of it was the wind. It originally looked like it was going more into the left center gap. Not directly, but more into it. And it ended up going right over the left fielder's head.
Jose Gonzalez, the catcher, up now with a man in scoring position as breaking ball here comes back across the inside corner for a strike. Rivera kicks for the 0-1. That's rolled back up the middle. The second baseman, Rodriguez, will play there. Fire across to first for out number 2. Rodriguez will advance to third, 90 feet away from extending.
And yet another scoop over there at first for Geraldo Valentin, like you mentioned, just putting on an absolute show. And we've seen these middle infielders of the Road Warriors really switch off a lot. They did their homework for this Blue Crab squad, and you saw the second baseman, Melvin Rodriguez, really shift over more behind second base than usual, and that's what got him to that ball.
First pitch here to Edwin Garcia. Jams the second baseman a little bit as he fights it off foul for strike 1. Garcia 0 for 1 after a 1 for 2 night last night. He picked up an RBI in last night's game as well. As a breaking ball misses low here, and the count goes to 1-1. Garcia was originally slated for a night off, but after Andrew Daniel was hit by a pitch, Garcia ended up coming into the lineup and contributing with the RBI single. He scored Rodriguez on the single last night, hoping to do the same as he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike now. The 2-1 pitch. Garcia with a line drive towards left. Silverio struggles with this one as well, but is able to recover and make the play. A tough inning out there for Silverio, but the side is retired. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. Britton back to work with the 1-0 lead, hoping to keep it where it is. The 6-7-8 due up when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Ryan Strasburger, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, what's more American than baseball and a barbecue cookout? Quite frankly, the two go together like stars and stripes, rockets and red glare, and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So when you come to Regency Furniture Stadium's all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion, you get both at a great price. The best part is that groups from 20 to 400 plus can enjoy the picnic pavilion, and when you include this home run of a deal with the kids park, paddle boats, and on-field fun, you have a grand slam of an opportunity. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
This is Rick Meehan, Mayor of Ocean City, Maryland. For everyone who's put off planning a vacation this summer, I've got good news for you. Ocean City, Maryland is a procrastinator's paradise. We've got 10 miles of free beach, an amazing 3-mile boardwalk, golf, fishing, shopping, dining, and free events 7 nights a week, including fireworks, boardwalk light shows, dance parties, and movies right on the beach. It's not too late. Book a visit today at OCOcean.com. That's OCOcean.com.
Hey, this is Edwin Garcia, and we are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcast Network.
Britton back to work here in the fifth. Jorge Fernandez leads it off and takes ball one. Britton enters the fifth inning of work. He threw 5 against Long Island for his longest appearance on record in the Atlantic League. This is his second year after spending last season with the Bridgeport Bluefish. Fernandez fouls this one back into the netting, and the count evens up 1-1. The right fielder for the Road Warriors dropped in the lineup today. He hit 1 for 4 last night, 0 for 3 in Game 1. Those both came out of the cleanup spot. But looking for a little switch up in the offense, they moved Ride Rodriguez up to clean up and dropped Fernandez to 6. 2-1 the count as Britton winds and delivers. It's a sinker. Hard line drive out towards left. That's going to get down in front of Strasburger. And Fernandez has his second hit in the series. And the second hit in the ball game for the Road Warriors leads off the inning.
And while we're giving Iowa shout-outs, we'll mention Jorge Fernandez. When he peaked in his professional career as far as his highest level of competition, he was playing with the Cedar Rapids Colonels. He was a 7th-round pick in the Twins organization, ended up with the Colonels, who are an Angels affiliate, and they are at the A level, single A level.
Britton to the stretch. Look at first as an opportunity to push bunt for Silverio wasted as strike 1 on the foul ball.
And you want to play small ball in a situation like this. You are down 0-2 in the series, and the score is 0-1. Looks like runs are going to be very hard to come by, few and far between. So try to push a runner over to second base and set up the next man, Chris Rivera, to try to drive him in.
0-1 the count. Britton with a check on first.
And this is the same Silverio who was just out in left field. He had that one go over his head and struggled a little bit with the second ball hit out to him, trying to make up for that at the plate here.
Britton ready now as this one's flown out towards right field. Bladell drifting over as he will make the play for out number 1.
And you see Britton in between pitches on that last one, taking a long time. Not only can that affect the hitter, they call it changing looks. So you take different counts in between each pitch. Sometimes pitchers will count 1/1000, all the way up to 3 and 5 1,000, and so on and so on. You look different at the runner, so he can't time you when he's trying to steal a base, and at the same time, and inadvertently affects the hitter's timing as well.
1 down for Chris Rivera, the catcher, as Britton kicks and delivers. Rivera with a hard line drive towards left. That's going to get down. Strasburger will play it off the wall, throw into the cutoff man Wong. He'll spin and fire to second. Tag from Garcia just late as Rivera slides in safely with a double. A very close play at the second base bag. But once again, I think Jorge Tehran's right on top of that and got the call right.
Yeah, and I think that I think he did a great job on that. I also think Strasburger did a great job fielding that and left right off the wall. And Joey Wong, like he should have been, was ready to relay it home when they realized that the runner was staying at third, ended up going to second, and that's what cost them that split second that got him safe at second.
It was a good relay for Wong, just tough positioning as this one's flared out towards shallow right. That's going to get down in front of Bladell. The runner will score from third. Rivera on his way. He'll get the stop sign there as the RBI single off the bat of Anthony Ray. And the Road Warriors, for the first time in this series, are on the board with a run here in the top of the fifth.
And that is the 5th RBI of the season for Anthony Ray.
I want to clarify something you said for those that had any confusion. You mentioned Jorge Fernandez was a Twins draft pick, played for the Cedar Rapids Colonels. Minor league baseball teams, the Colonels being a major example of this, often vary with who they're affiliated with from time to time. So the Colonels have spent time as a Reds, Cardinals, Indians, Cubs, Dodgers, Braves, Astros, Giants, Angels, and Twins affiliate. So when you said they were a former Angels affiliate, Fernandez didn't necessarily play in the Angels organization. He spent his entire career with the Twins, but in 2013, the Colonels became a Twins affiliate, and that was when he was picked. So if there was any confusion for anybody on that, oftentimes MLB teams will trade organizations, but not players like that. So runners on the corners, 1 out as Britton kicks and delivers. Runner off from first. It was a hit and run as Martinez has to chase out of the zone to protect his runner and fouls it off out of play, 0-1. Ray with good speed at first as they tried to throw the hit and run on and let the leadoff man in their lineup, Osvaldo Martinez, put the ball in play, make something happen.
And the last thing you want to do is allow the Blue Crabs to roll a double play. That would be why he was going on that one as well. You got one down. Try to use that sinker. Try to work it out in a way, get something on the ground and roll to if you're Drake Britton.
A check on first there. He had Ray leaning a little bit, but the throw was a little high, so he's able to get back in safely as Rodriguez just has to do his best to keep it in front of him. The left-hander comes set now for the 0-1. Kicks and delivers. Sinker rolled towards first. Rodriguez will have no play at second. He looks the runner back, now throws to third. Rivera was frozen, but able to dive back in safely. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice, so Martinez will not be credited with the hit, but he does reach base and load the bases in the inning. Rivera.
That's a tough play for Devin Rodriguez. You see the runner a little bit farther off. You know you don't have the play at second because of how slow it was and how it was just such a chopper. It's going to be a tough play at first. Nobody, because of the situation, you couldn't really cover first. So I think he made the right play there.
Rivera was about halfway down the line when Rodriguez looked at him. He pump faked one time, and I think that's the difference between safe at first and out at first there in that situation, as Frisbee will head to the mound for a quick conference with the entire infield. I would imagine they're setting up the defense here with the bases loaded. Middle infield will likely be back, as the corners will likely try to come home and try to turn two that way.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. You can see the corner infielders playing that beautiful cut by the groundskeeping team, who, not to mention, after we got a lot of rain here in Waldorf last night, you can tell the field still looks beautiful.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Drake Britton in a little bit of a jam here as he goes with a first pitch changeup on the outside corner for a called strike to Melvin Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 0 for 2, a fielder's choice and a strikeout to this point. Britton could go for either one of those right now, a ground ball or the punch out. 0-1 pitch. He goes with a sinker on the inside corner, and ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Andrew, I think that's the pitch you've been waiting for from Britton, as he really reached back and let the velo show on that one.
Yeah, not to mention, especially with the left-handed hitter, you want to work him inside, and the sinker is the perfect pitch to do that. He set himself up. He's a reliever. He knows how to get through hard situations like this one. Bases loaded, 1 down in a tough situation. He's working the corners, painting the black. He's got to get something down and away here. Get Rodriguez to drive it into the ground to roll a pair.
0-2. Britton goes with the strike on the outside corner. He goes with the four-seam fastball and freezes Rodriguez, who goes down looking. A strikeout on the mound there for Drake Britton. Pulls him 1 out away from stranding the bases loaded. You mentioned the outside corner. Rodriguez looked like he was looking for the breaking ball. But with the runner on third, you don't want to spike a breaking ball and allow a wild pitch to score a run. So Britton goes with the hard stuff, and Rodriguez was frozen. That's going to get through the right side, though, as the first pitch to Geraldo Valentin is a base hit. The throw comes in, cut off by Rodriguez. A rundown with Valentin now, as Garcia will tag him out. 2 runs will come across to score as Rivera and Ray plate for the Road Warriors. A 2 RBI single for Geraldo Valentin, and the Road Warriors now have their first lead in the series, but the inning is finally over. 3 runs in the frame on 4 hits, no errors. They leave 1 man on base. So the Blue Crabs trailing now 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. They'll look to respond with a couple of their own. Right part of the lineup Top of the order, Johnny Bladell leads it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Calling all Jedis, please report to Regency Furniture Stadium on July 28th for Star Wars Night as the Blue Crabs take on Long Island. This night will feature an appearance by Jedi Saber Combat and a post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Brandon Compton, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Corey Vaughn, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Rivera back to work with a lead here as Johnny Bladell will lead it off. Top of the order for the Blue Crabs, and Bladell fouls this one off out of play, 0-1. Bladell has hit safely in 9 of the last 10 games for the Blue Crabs. As time is called here, it looks like home plate umpire Silvio Martinez may have gotten something in his eye, but he takes a quick breather and appears to be good to go. As Rivera now in a position, if he can get through this inning, to set himself up for his second win of the year as he misses high here, 1-1. He does have 65 pitches coming into the inning, though. 1-1 breaking ball, and Bladell will swing over the top of that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rivera, we mentioned, in his 9th professional season. He pitched for Houston until 2014. He then went to the American Association, the Winnipeg Goldeyes in 2015, the Joplin Blasters in 2016, and then he also pitched for the Sugarland Skeeters in 2016. That was his Atlantic League debut. He made 3 appearances, gave up 8 runs in 2 2/3 innings for the Skeeters. 2-2 the count now on Bladell as Rivera goes with the fastball. That's foul tipped, but the catcher, Rivera, is able to hold on, and Bladell is down on strikes. Just the second strikeout of the day for Raul Rivera, as that will bring in Joey Wong.
And that's what you're going to get out of Raul Rivera. He is a high strikeout pitcher. Although he doesn't have a lot of velocity, he is able to strike a lot of hitters out. Coming in with 10 on the year, he has 2 today.
We've seen his strikeout per 9 ratio go all the way up to 12.5 back in 2014. As Wong with a roller towards second, the second baseman will field there and flip on to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the inning for Rivera, as he looks to have settled in after the first. He's allowed a hit in every inning to this point, but has been able to strand a couple of runners in scoring position today. The Blue Crabs have left 3 in scoring position already. 5 runners in total left on base as Strasburger digs in and takes first pitch for a called strike, 0-1.
And right now, if you're the Blue Crabs, you're hoping for a longer at bat or looking to extend this inning. As, you know, Drake Britton, being a transition starter at this point in his career, is going to need some rest after that long inning if he's looking to come out in the 6th. It doesn't look like there's much action out there in the Blue Crabs bullpen.
Called strike 3 as Strasburger goes down looking, and 10-pitch inning for Raul Rivera, a pair of strikeouts in the frame, and he responds nicely to the newfound lead. And Britton will run back out to the mound. 4, 5, 6 due up in the top of the 6th for the Road Warriors when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Joey Wagman, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Attention all Girl Scouts. Friday, June 8th is Girl Scouts Night and Sleepover, presented by Maryland 529. All Girl Scouts will be recognized during the game against the Sugar Land Skeeters and have the opportunity to register for the post-game sleepover on the field. The night will also feature a special guest appearance. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Austin Green from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us every Tuesday home game as we turn 2 with our new Double Play Tuesdays. These nights, tickets are buy one, get one free in the box office, as well as BOGO on select items at the concession stands. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Drake Britton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
4-5-6 due up for the Road Warriors here in the top of the sixth. Britton back to work as his first pitch to Rede Rodriguez is swung over and missed. No balls and one strike. Britton goes to the breaking ball here as that catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-2. 3-1 the score here. The Road Warriors put up 3 in the fifth. As Britton kicks and delivers, he goes back to that breaking ball right at the back foot of the hitter Rodriguez. But that one misses 1-2.
And outside of this at bat, both pitchers through 5 faced 21 batters. So both of them making pretty quick work of both lineups. It's going to be a pitcher's duel throughout.
High fly ball to deep left center, but that's going to hang up for Vaughn, who will camp underneath it and make the play for out number 1. Britton at 66 pitches now through 5 1/3. And action has begun in the Blue Crabs bullpen as Parker Frazier is up and throwing. So we'll see how long the leash is for Britton here in the inning. I'd imagine any trouble, maybe any more than just one base runner, and his day's likely done. First pitch to Gustavo Pierre, misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Pierre 0 for 1 with a walk to this point. Britton misses low and away again. 2 balls and no strikes.
And Britton's shown that he can work through adversity. Quick pitching him here a little bit and puts one in the zone.
That one swung on and missed, and the count goes to 2-1 as Britton looks to work his way back. He's corrected the issue from earlier that we talked about. At one point, he had 20 strikes and 20 balls. If you count the one he just threw right there that missed inside for 3-1, since that time, Britton has gone 23 strikes to just 7 balls. So he started pounding the zone a little bit more, and that's allowed the pitch count to settle down a little bit as the 3-1 in the zone is fouled off out of play, and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And I would not imagine this is the case considering he's a bullpen guy, but as there is guys like Verlander and Paxton who get more velocity as the game goes, there is also pitchers that get better as the game goes, and they get more accuracy as the game goes, and so on and so on.
Britton with the breaking ball here, swung on and missed, and he picks up his 4th strikeout of the night for out number 2. Britton, he has started in his past before kind of transitioning to the bullpen, so this is the first time I've gotten to see him live in action as he made his only other start this year on the road. I saw him for 1 inning, and it was a very strong inning, but we'll see as the season goes on how he looks through deeper and deeper into ball games. Misses here, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 to Jorge Fernandez. A big swing and a miss as Britton tangled him up there in the count. What I can say about Britton, he used the sinker more early on and hid that fastball, and that allowed him to get a big strikeout in the 5th inning when he rung up Melvin Rodriguez looking. He threw what I saw to be just his 3rd fastball of the day. Fly ball out towards shallow left. Strasburger charging in. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. Britton is through 6 as he works a 1-2-3 frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. I'd imagine that the day might be done for Drake Britton there. If so, he'll be credited with the quality start. The Blue Crabs looking to put up a couple of runs and get him off the hook here. Sonko, Martinez, Rodriguez when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Make sure to bring Dad out to the ballpark on June 17th to celebrate Father's Day as the Blue Crabs finish the series game against York. All fathers will have a chance post-game to participate in the Blue Crabs remote control dig presented by Alpon for a chance to win television prize package. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788. Attention all Boy Scouts. Friday, June 15th is Boy Scouts Night and Sleepover presented by Maryland 529. All Boy Scouts will be recognized during the game against York and have the opportunity to register for the post-game sleepover on the field. For more information on this or any other exciting activities throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Hi, this is Ryan Chafee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
4, 5, 6 due up in the inning for the Blue Crabs. Angelo Sonko will lead it off as he digs into the left-handed batter's box. Raul Rivera back to work. Sonko swinging on the first pitch as he fouls this one out of play. Rivera with 75 pitches through this point as 3 straight guys will come up to face him from the left side. You've got Sonko and Rodriguez in the inning, both pure lefties, with the switch hitting Frank Martinez sandwiched in the middle. Rivera goes to the fastball here as that one's blown by Sonko, and the count goes to 0-2. Sonko 0 for 1 with a walk on the day to this point as he's still looking for his first hit with the Blue Crabs. 0 for 8 on the season. It's a breaking ball here. He's able to wait back on it and foul it off down the right side to stay alive.
And, I mean, he could go 0 for 50, but every pitcher in this league is still going to be very careful pitching to him because you know that Angelo Sonko has a lot of power behind that bat.
Hoping to show some of that off here as the 0-2 once more. Sonko off the end of the bat. Martinez will circle around it and fire on the run. Did the first baseman hold the bag? Yes, he did, says Mario Rosa. And one down here in the inning. Time is called as Frisbee will take a trip across the infield. He's coaching third, but I think he saw something different at first, or at least first base coach Joe Walsh did for sure. It was very close. The throw was a little bit up the line, and Valentine, the first baseman, who we've seen put on a show throughout the most part over at the first base bag with picking balls, had to come a little bit off, but it looks like Frisbee will not win this argument, and the call will not be overturned. So
and typically,
one down in the inning. Go ahead.
Typically it won't be, as we know, but at the same time, a lot of the times as you see Frisbee still jawing with the home plate umpire. Now, a lot of the times you see this in all sports. Now he's jawing with the third base umpire, really trying to get his team into it. That's part of it. The more, sometimes if you make a show with the umpires or referees or whatever sport you have, it can really get your team going, and that may be what Frisbee's trying to go for.
First pitch to Frank Martinez, a called strike, 0-1. Frisbee needs to be very careful, though, as Martinez hammers one towards the gap here. That's going to get down. He'll head to second. The ball will roll all the way to the fence before Fernandez is able to corral it. Martinez makes the turn, but he will hold there. A double for Frank Martinez. The reason I say Frisbee needs to be a little bit careful, he's been ejected from 2 games already this season. One of them was by this exact crew. Silvio Martinez, the home plate umpire tonight, and Frisbee got into it earlier in the year. And Martinez ended up tossing Frisbee from the game, so they have a little bit of a past. You know it resets every time they see each other, but that may or may not stay in the back of the umpire's mind. Man in scoring position, 1 down, Devin Rodriguez at the plate. Rodriguez 1 for 2 with a double. As he goes the other way here, backhand effort from Pierre. He'll look back the runner and fire across to first for out number 2.
And Frank Martinez, he has been absolutely on a tear all year this year. He is 35 years old. He's played a lot of professional games, but last year in a different independent team with the Railcats, he led the team in RBIs and doubles. So it really looks like at this late point in his career, he's really beginning to turn things around and really figure it out. He's shown that with his power, and he absolutely smoked that one to right center. You know, Brandon, it looked like it might have been the first triple for the Blue Crabs on the year. It was just a double. We remain triple-less. The Blue Crabs and the Road Warriors are the only 2 teams in the Atlantic without triples on the year.
2 down in the inning. Martinez on second as the first pitch to Corey Vaughn. A called strike on the inside corner. That's the 6th double of the year for Martinez. All 6 of them have come from the left side of the plate, a switch hitter. As he's seen right-handers a little bit better for the extra base hits this year. But batting average-wise, he's hitting a little bit better against lefties. As Vaughn with a roller towards third. Pierre will field, fire across to first in time to get Vaughn by a step. And that will retire the side. So the double from Martinez goes for naught as the Blue Crabs no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 7th, 3-1 Blue Crabs trail. Parker Frazier on his way in from the bullpen when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Andrew Daniel, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, every season we can't do it without you, so on Sunday, September 16th for the regular season finale, it's Fan Appreciation Day. This night will feature a special t-shirt giveaway, as well as a pre-game team autograph session and post-game Kids Run the Bases. Stop by the Regency Furniture Stadium box office, call 301-638-9788, or visit somdbluecrabs.com today to get your tickets.
Hey kids, are you ready to be a superhero? Join us September 1st for Superhero Night, presented by Pump It Up of Waldorf. This night you will receive your very own superhero cape to help Pinch and the Blue Crabs defeat the Road Warriors. The night will also feature a post-game fireworks spectacular. Get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Joey Wong, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
New pitcher on for Southern Maryland here in the 7th as Parker Frazier, the sidearm right-hander, will take over. Face the bottom of the order for the Road Warriors, 7-8-9, with Alfredo Silverio leading off. Silverio lays down a bunt. Martinez will barehand, but wisely holds on to the ball as he has no play there. And Silverio is aboard with a leadoff bunt single.
And Frank Martinez at third was playing back as he should have been. Didn't expect to see a bunt out of Silverio. He's got a little bit of speed behind him, but not too much. So Just a well-placed bunt single for Silverio. Parker Frazier has been absolutely dominant on the year. 5 1/3 innings, 0 earned runs. He has allowed 3 runs on the year, none of them earned.
Frazier, the side armor, kicks and delivers the slider here. He only has 2 pitches, a sinker and a slider. He goes with a breaking one for strike 1.
And mentioning the fact that he has 3 runs allowed, 0 earned, the Blue Crabs have allowed 5 more unearned runs than any team in the Atlantic, 15 total through the first 13 games of the year.
Check swing here from Rivera, able to hold back 1-1. Frazier, that's actually the first hit he's allowed on the year, is that bunt single. In this now his 7th appearance, first 6 games, he hadn't allowed a hit. The command was the only issue you could find. 5 walks as he gets the slider across for a strike here, 1-2 the count. 5 walks and 5 1/3, but 8 strikeouts. So absolutely right. He's been dominant to this point. The defense let him down 1 time as he let up all 3 of those runs as part of a 27-run outburst by the Long Island Ducks. Steps off the back of the mound here and looks back Silverio. Frazier comes set now for the 1-2, kicks and delivers, slider that's fouled back into the netting, and the count will hold. Silverio has shown a little bit of speed throughout his career, 60 stolen bases in his time, 60 for 99. His next stolen base attempt will be number 100.
See if he thinks about taking second on this pitch. Doesn't look like he has the lead to do it.
1-2 as Frazier goes with the sinker, looking for the ground ball to turn 2. But that one's fouled back, and the count will hold. Rivera is 1 for 2 with a double. As Frazier comes set, goes to the slider here. Hot shot towards third. Martinez lays out. That's going to get by him and into left field. Back-to-back singles. And the Road Warriors are threatening again here in the 7th, looking to add a couple to the total. Final line for Drake Britton in his 2nd start. He'll be credited with his 2nd quality start. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4.
And I think the Blue Crabs have found a very good starter in Drake Britton. And as he continues that transition, he will be able to go more innings.
Another bunt attempt here from Ray as that one's popped up. Rodriguez will field in the air. He throws to Garcia covering as that's going to actually get by him and into right field. And both runners are now able to tag up. So what turned from a really good play to a really bad play will actually allow both runners to advance in the scoring position here. Not quite the way I think that Rafi Montalvo and Ellie Rodriguez drew up the sacrifice bunt, but I guess technically it gets the job done, Andrew?
Technically, yes, the runners did move from from first and second to second and third, and there is an extra out on the ledger, but in that needs to be, a little bit more communication. I did hear a lot of guys yelling out to the more logical play may have been to first, but in that situation, the throw to second would have gotten him out with a good throw.
Foul ball off the bat of Martinez. The runner at second, Silverio, was halfway to the third base bag. So if he spins and fires to second, 100% and out there. But Rodriguez, a shorter throw that made more sense, spun to first, and Garcia wasn't quite ready for it, or whatever necessarily happened at the first base bag. The error is going to be charged to Rodriguez, but you can charge it really to a couple of guys there, and that's a communication error on the part of the Blue Crabs. The infield is pulled in here with 1 down, though, as Frazier kicks for the 0-1. It's a slider that just misses off the plate away, and the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Crabs not willing to give up any more here as they'll try to cut down the runner at the plate. Silverio at third, Chris Rivera at second as Parker Frazier comes set and delivers, blows a fastball by Martinez here, 1-2.
And we see a lot of interesting batting styles at the professional level. Watch Osvaldo Martinez's hands as right now, as he loads, they are just about at his hips. And then, wait for it, he'll bring him up to his shoulders and load for the pitch.
Fly ball towards shallow left, drifting into foul territory. Rodriguez giving chase. That'll get out of play. You're 100% right. Martinez with a very interesting motion. He keeps his hands right over the plate, out in front of his body, and then at the last second pulls him back. I guess it works for him timing-wise, but you were talking about Strasburger. He's been the guy we've been noting, changing up his stuff. We talked about it the other day. Quiet your batting style. Martinez, nothing quiet about his batting style. 1-2, Frazier goes to the breaking ball. That misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, you've seen interesting batting styles work. The obvious one that comes to mind is Kevin Youkilis back in the day. So it's not to say anything's right or wrong, but for the most part, what I've always learned and what I always try to teach is the quieter you are, the better chance you have to make contact with the ball.
You're exactly right. Kevin Youkilis, Gary Sheffield, couple names that come to mind, but watch how it gives him a little more rhythm.
2-2 as Frazier goes back to the slide piece here, but that one slides too far out, and the count will run full.
Another note from Coach Cash the other day in the hitting lessons, a lot of times in any batting style, you want to separate that front foot and get some contrast and some lag, a tug-of-war type deal between your front foot and your backhands. Watch how he uses that to his advantage.
3-2, Frazier back to the slider here as that one goes outside again, and Martinez will draw a walk and head down to first to load the bases with just 1 out, and that will bring Frisbee out of the dugout and get some action going in the bullpen as right-hander Sam Runyon has begun to stretch and throw for the Blue Crabs, so Frisbee may be out there to just buy a little time for his reliever to get ready, as Frazier has really struggled in the inning.
And I think it makes sense, not because Frazier's done anything wrong, but just to give it a different look. It may not be his day. Go to Runyon, let him come in, and try to get out of this. And right now you are in damage control no matter who you keep in. It looks like Parker Frazier's going to be in, but with 1 down, unless you can roll 2, you are going to be in damage control mode, especially down 3-1. So you're looking to give him that sinker against a lefty. It's going to tail down and away. You want to get that sinker low and outside and get it to the third baseman, Martinez.
First pitch here to Melvin Rodriguez. Misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Frisbee, no real option but to roll with Frazier right now, as Runyon literally just got up after that at-bat. He's nowhere. Got to at least get 10-15 pitches in before you can think about putting him on the rubber. 1-0, Frazier goes back to the sinker as he's lost the command here. That one tails outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So Frazier in a little bit of trouble here. A man on every base, nowhere to put Rodriguez. He's going to have to go after him soon. Behind in the count, 2-0. Parker Frazier comes set and delivers. This one misses inside. 3 balls, no strikes. And soon came sooner than you'd like, as he better go after him and find the zone right now. 4 straight balls from Parker Frazier.
You see Frazier taking a second, resettling himself, takes a deep breath. He's a professional. He'll get one over the plate. 3-0.
3-0, you called it right, as that one right down the middle for a called strike. 3-1. Runyon rattling quickly out there in the bullpen. I think if Frazier can't get one here, his day's done. 3-1 pitch on its way, and that sinker will tail out of the zone away, and the Road Warriors will plate another one as Silverio will score from third on the bases loaded walk. Back-to-back walks to Martinez and Rodriguez, and Frisbee will head to the mound. Frazier in a little bit of pain as the trainer, Lauren Eck, will work her way out there as well, and Frisbee will signal to the bullpen for Sam Runyon. So we'll take a break here and come back. Bases loaded, 1 out, when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. So day is done for Parker Frazier as Sam Runyon put into a tough situation here. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Runyon will have to face the number 3 hitter in the lineup for the Road Warriors and try to get out of the jam as he goes with a breaking ball that misses outside, 1-0. Frazier in some clear discomfort leaving the mound before handing it over to Runyon. Runyon delivers here. This one's fouled off, 1-1. So Frazier definitely not at his highest level today. Definitely some discomfort. We'll try to figure out what happened to him after the game as the trainer, Lauren Eck, still looking at him in the dugout as he's sitting there. 4-1 the score. Runyon will try to hold it right there as he comes set and delivers. This one ripped down the line. That's going to actually catch the third base coach, Rafi Montalvo, who will give a long look in at Valentin. And if you look at Montalvo, he throws his hand up and points at the field and says, "You've got all that space out there, and you hit it to me instead?"
And Brandon, I am the furthest thing from a doctor, but if I had to take a stab at what happened to Parker Frazier, it looked like something with his throwing shoulder, possibly a dislocation, just by the way he was holding it.
1-2 the count as Runyon looks for a big strikeout, kicks and delivers. He goes with the slurve here. But that one's fouled back out of play. Sam Runyon in his second year with the Blue Crabs, making his 7th appearance. He's kind of been the go-to guy for James Frisbee this year in uncomfortable situations is the word I'll use. Runyon has come in with runners all over the base pass, tried to damage control all season. So he's nothing new for him as he gets a towering pop fly behind the plate. Gonzalez giving chase as the catcher will camp under that one and make the play. Gonzalez and Runyon share a little bit of a wry smile there as they, and perhaps myself, the only ones that noticed, Gonzalez did not come anywhere near fielding that cleanly. It popped up out of his glove, and the catcher shoved it back down with his bare hand.
You're exactly right. That was a tough play to make, but he did end up making it. But if I'm Sam Runyon, I like being put in these situations. Because if you don't get out of it, you weren't necessarily expected to get out of it cleanly. But if you do, you give your coach a lot of confidence in you.
2 down now, looking to strand the bases loaded as Rede Rodriguez fouls off the first pitch he sees. For Runyon, I know him, and I talk to him a lot every day. He is a very competitive person. He likes these situations for sure, but he's a very nice person, a very kind person, and he's handed all these runners, and it's not his fault if any of them score. As a broken bat roller up the middle here, Wong will field and tag the base. Sam Runyon, what he'll be most proud of that he just did is not even just keep his team in the game, but save Parker Frazier those runs, because that's what Sam does, as he likes to help his teammates out. So if that means taking their inherited runners and not allowing them to score, then that's what it means. And that's what he does here and strands the bases loaded. But the Road Warriors do add one more to the tally on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 3 on base. But Runyon does a fantastic job in damage control. 8-9-1 due up when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Richard Mariano Jr., and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Dr. Milu and the courteous and professional staff at Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf want you to know that for cases of cancer and blood disorders such as anemia, leukemia, and lymphoma, you don't have to travel all the way to D.C. or Baltimore to get high-quality, compassionate care close to home. Established in 1995, Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center offers expertise, experience, and the highest standards needed for successful treatment of cancer and blood disorders. Dr. Milu is excited to be a part of the Blue Crabs family as the new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program and games for the 2017 season. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 301-638-1007 or visit cancerandblooddisorderscenter.com.
This is Devin Rodriguez from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us every Tuesday home game as we turn 2 with our new Double Play Tuesdays. These nights, tickets are buy one, get one for this, as well as buy one, get one on select items at the concession stands. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Jose Gonzalez digs in to lead off the inning as Raul Rivera back to work here for the Road Warriors. Gets across a first pitch strike. Rivera enters this inning at just under 90 pitches. Rivera goes with a changeup here, swung on and missed. And the count goes to 0-2. That was the 86th pitch of the night for Rivera. More action out in the Blue Crabs bullpen as Rivera goes to the hook. That misses low, 1-2. And Gonzalez fouls this one back into the netting, able to stay alive. And the 1-2 count.
Gonzalez spent some time in the Minnesota Twins organization as well. He played for their AA affiliate 25 games last season. A .259 hitter on the year.
Breaking ball here, he thinks about it, but able to hold back nicely, and the count evens up 2-2. Looks like relative newcomer to the team, Jason Creasy, is the one up and throwing for the Blue Crabs. Don't hold me to that, though. Haven't been able to get a number on him. That's just what I'm seeing from the box. As Gonzalez with a high pop-up towards shortstop. Backing up is Martinez, and he'll camp underneath it and make the play for out number 1. Rivera has settled in nicely here as he's allowed just one hit through the last 2+ innings. If you take a look down the line now, you'll see Frazier and the trainer heading out to the locker room. They're going to take a further look at the right-hander and see what happened to him. Edwin Garcia, the number 9 hitter, is in now as Garcia takes a fastball for a called strike. He's 0 for 2 on the day, hoping to turn that around here and put a man on base for Johnny Bladell. Breaking ball as Garcia swings over the top of that one. No balls and 2 strikes. The good news for the Blue Crabs, regardless of the outcome of this game, they have picked up their first series win of the year by winning the first 2. But they'd like to come back in this one and potentially get the sweep as Rivera goes with the breaking ball. That misses low. 1-2 the count now. Rivera, interestingly, works only out of the stretch, even with nobody on, as Garcia pushes one the other way here. The right fielder giving chase, but that one will tail foul into the corner. Garcia just missed an extra base hit.
And it looked like it may have almost cleared the fence. It did not. It looked like it had the chance to. But if you can see it on the video stream, in the right field corner at the very end, it comes in about 5-10 feet. So if you can push it in that very corner, you have a better chance of getting one out of here.
1-2 the count still as Rivera misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Creasy up in the Blue Crabs pen. Looks like there's some action in the Road Warriors pen as well. Can't quite see who that one is as the 2-2 curve ball rolled towards short. That's going to kick off the glove of Gustavo Pierre, and Garcia is aboard. That's going to be ruled an error on the third baseman. That'll bring up Johnny Bladell, the leadoff hitter in the lineup for the Blue Crabs. Bladell 0 for 3. But you can't hold him down for long. He's due here as he digs into the box with Garcia on. The tying run, if Bladell can reach, is Joey Wong in the on-deck circle. Fastball just misses. I'm going to guess high. I couldn't really see where that one missed, so 1-0 the count. Looked like the same spot, but this one a called strike, so 1-1. It might be the catcher, Chris Rivera, throwing me off a little bit here, as Rivera standing kind of high in his squat with the runner on. So Rivera on the mound is hitting the glove, but it might be up out of the zone as Bladell fights one off the other way, foul, 1-2.
And now if I'm Bladell, you're down 1-2, expecting something off speed, but I'm waiting. If I'm, Raul Rivera, or what I'm expecting is high and inside fastball, looking to establish that high and inside portion of the zone. He hasn't done that much today, but Bladell's really covering the plate. Look for the chin music here.
1-2. He tries to get his fastball by him, but Bladell able to fight it off and stay alive. Bladell has 2 strikeouts already, only 3 on the day for Rivera, so he's been the only one this year, really, that has figured out Johnny Bladell to this point.
Looking for something off speed here for Johnny Bladell. 2-2, you still have one more pitch to work with, so you put something in the dirt, try to get Bladell to chase. That would be the game plan if I was Raul Rivera.
Check on Garcia first before we do the 1-2 pitch again. Rivera comes set now, uncomfortable. Will step off the back of the rubber. Pitch number 101 upcoming for the right-hander as the 1-2 on its way again. Check swing. The catcher emphatically is saying he went. Time is called for Silvio Martinez as they're going to bring together the entire umpire crew here and see what the call is.
And Brandon, I didn't think he went, did you?
I'm not sure, but I think they're coming together to talk about the catcher Rivera was pointing at the bat saying it hit it. So I'm thinking that he thinks it was a foul tip that he hung on to for a strikeout. So I think what Silvio Martinez is doing here is asking the other umpires if they heard anything.
And no call yet.
There's no signal at all, so we have no idea what it is.
Gonna assume they're sticking with the original call.
He just held up 2-2.
Okay,
Finally.
well,
So there's the signal, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Normally you come out of an umpire meeting with at least a safe or out signal, but we got nothing to work with just now there. Before finally he puts the mask on and goes up 2-2. Bladell looking to make it pay, but a high fly ball towards right field. That's drifting towards the line, running out of room, and he does run out of room. Jorge Fernandez gave that one a chase, but we've seen the Blue Crabs hurt a little bit by the wind today. I think that they were helped just now as that one got pushed out of play.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Brandon. Finally, it paid off for us. Couldn't happen to a better guy in Johnny Bladell. He's been absolutely on fire this year. He came into yesterday's game with a .444 batting average and raised that to a .469. Not too often you see a guy raise a .444 batting average.
Check on Garcia again, but he's back in standing. So Bladell given new life again after whatever happened on that 1-2 pitch, and then able to foul off the 2-2 out of play. So looking to make it pay, a chopper towards third. That's going to get through as they were in double play depth up the middle, and Bladell with a hard-earned single moves Garcia into scoring position, and more importantly brings the tying run to the plate for the Blue Crabs as Joey Wong will come up first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
And Joey Wong, one of the hottest bats on the team right now. He was 3 of 5 yesterday. He's 2 for 3 today. And you couldn't want anybody else up in this situation. I think that has something to do with this pitching change that the Road Warriors are going to do here. That's the end of the road for Raul Rivera.
A pitching change. The day is done for Rivera as they signal out to the bullpen. We'll get you the details on the new reliever when we come back. Joey Wong serves as the tying run at the plate on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. the day is done for Raul Rivera. An impressive performance for the right-hander from the Road Warriors, but he'll turn over 2 inherited runners to left-hander Luis Cruz to face another left-hander at the plate as Joey Wong swings through and falls behind, no balls, 1 strike. Cruz making his second appearance of the series as Wong fouls this one off, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
In the last time out against the Blue Crabs, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, and he had 2 strikeouts. He is their best bullpen pitcher by the numbers. He has a .96 ERA on the season with 9 1/3 innings pitched.
He steps off the back of the mound here prior to the matchup with Wong. Cruz just 5'9" on the mound, 200 pounds, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, the smallest in height on the Road Warriors team, as he kicks and delivers here to Wong and misses 1 and 2. Wong at 5'10" is tied with a couple other guys for the smallest on the Blue Crabs.
How about 14 strikeouts in 9 1/3 innings so far in the season for Cruz?
Despite the 5'9" stature, a very strong left arm as he throws a breaking ball here. That's hit towards first. The first baseman will spin and fire to second. In time at second. The throw on to first, not in time, as Wong, hustling down the line, is able to avoid the double play. I don't know if the Road Warriors necessarily agree, but the 3-6 fielder's choice cuts down Bladell and puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Ryan Strasburger now stands in as the tying run.
And you can't be mad at yourself on that if you're Joey Wong. He absolutely just lasered that ball to first base. It just happened to be right to the first baseman, Valentin. So, I mean, as long as you keep hitting the ball hard, it's all right. I was surprised that Valentin opted to go to try to turn the double play in that situation. I thought the safer bet would have just went to go step on first, but he made a good play out of it, getting one of the 2 lead runners.
First pitch to Strasburger misses outside. I agree with you. I really thought he was just going to go to first, but he spun and made a laser throw to second. They ended up almost turning 2. Wong only beat that by about half a step, really.
Yeah, that was a very close play. Good turn by the infield of the Road Warriors.
Another fastball here. That misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. I can tell you the last thing Cruz wants to do is put Strasburger on and bring the go-ahead run to the plate. So I'm expecting him to go after the right-hander here. But first, a check on first as Wong, an emphatic dive back in. I think he might have caught him leaning a little bit there.
I think he did too. Cruz doing a good job not giving Wong much attention over there at first base. Wong ended up starting to get his secondary, and he had his weight going in the wrong direction. Real close. Good move by Cruz.
Strasburger with a line drive, a leaping effort at short. That's going to get over the head and into left field. An RBI single for Ryan Strasburger. And the Blue Crabs have cut the lead to just 2 on the RBI hit as Edwin Garcia comes across to score. Strasburger picks up his 8th RBI of the season, tying him once again with Frank Martinez. They entered play tied at 7. And Martinez picked one up, so Strasburger said, not so fast, I'll match you.
And if there was a time for Angelo Sanco to step up in his Blue Crabs' first hit of his career, it'd be right now. Big time for Sanco to drive one in the gap.
Lefty-lefty matchup as Sanco takes first pitch fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes. Wong with good speed at second. A single should be able to score him. Strasburger with pretty good speed at first. Anything in the gap, I think you got to wave him home here and try to tie the game, but we'll see how everything plays out. First off, Sanco's got to find a gap.
And there is a lot of green in that right center gap. My guess is as Cruz continues to push that outside corner, drive it in the smaller gaps.
1-0. He tries to go with a breaking ball. The catcher was set up on that low outside corner, but it slipped out of his hand and went up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. We've seen patience from Sanco, 3 walks in his first 3 games, but I'm expecting him to turn it loose here, 2-0. Try to get a fastball he can drive.
If he sees the pitch he wants, he's driving it.
2-0. That one misses low. It gets away from the catcher. He tries to chase it down. The throw will go wide of Pierre. Wong will come around to score. Strasburger on his way to third. He's going to slide in safely. And the Blue Crabs, with a little bit of help from the catcher, Chris Rivera. It's going to be a pass ball with an error on the catcher as well. Joey Wong making things happen. A great read on that ball in the dirt. Took off to third. Strasburger, not so good of a read, was actually holding at first until all of a sudden the throw was all the way in the Blue Crabs bullpen, and Strasburger shows off that speed we talked about by circling around to third, and now a 3-0 count on the designated hitter and cleanup hitter Song. Blue Crabs trail by just one, tying run 90 feet away as Cruz kicks and delivers. A strike on the outside corner, 3 balls and 1 strike the count.
And to make it even worse for the Road Warriors on that last play, Silverio was doing what he was supposed to do, coming to back up the throw to third base from left, and it ended up going right past him, so he had to backtrack, allowing the runners to move a little bit more for the Blue Crabs.
Songko a little bit behind a fastball here as the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes now. A full count on the cleanup hitter. Strasburger stands 90 feet away from tying this game in the bottom of the 7th. Frank Martinez awaits on deck, hoping for his chance as Cruz delivers. Songko just misses that one right on it, fouls it back into the screen.
And Cruz went right back to that same location. Looked like Songko wasn't quite ready to get his hands through on that inside pitch. He may be another one of those lefties that likes pushing it the other way. Look for something up and in again.
Definitely doesn't want to see Martinez this inning. Cruz going to go right after Songko, 3-2. It's a fastball. Songko pushes this one the other way. That one's actually going to get out of play. I almost said it right away, but then I remembered that one earlier that the wind ended up pushing back. That was Songko back in the third. Looked like a for sure foul ball, but it ended up coming back into the glove of Pierre.
I was thinking the same thing. I just kept waiting for the wind to bring that ball back in play. Good thing for the Crabs. The tying run is still standing 90 feet from tying this ball game up off the bat of Songko. Let's see what he does. 3-2, 2 down.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Songko looking to come up clutch as Cruz comes set and delivers. Fastball swung on, foul tipped. The catcher Rivera will hold on, and that will retire the side. A big strikeout there from Cruz, but the Blue Crabs do add a couple in the inning. They cut the lead to 1 as they score 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 8th. Gustavo Pierre will lead it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Shane Watson, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, Vicelli Pizza, known to have the best pizza in town, is offering you 20% off your order. That's right, 20% off. Just use code 779 to take advantage of this limited time offer. Vicelli offers pizzas, pastas, subs, wings, salads, and more. You can place your order for pickup or delivery online at Vicelli Pizza, VOCELLI.com, or call 301-705-5858, as well as visiting Vicelli Pizza at their Waldorf location, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane. Vicelli Pizza, delivering classic Italian quality.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Jason Creasy on as the new pitcher for the Blue Crabs here in the top of the 8th. They've cut the lead to 4-3 in favor of the Road Warriors. Creasy will be tasked with keeping it right there as his first pitch, a fastball to Gustavo Pierre for a called strike, 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, diving effort from Joey Wong, but that's going to sneak through, and Pierre is aboard with his second hit of the series, first of the day, a leadoff single.
And in Creasy's one inning of work, he has struck out 2 batters, so he's really made quick work so far. Right now, like always, you're looking for that ground ball. So you want to keep it low in the zone, try to get him to pound one into the ground. And you see the third baseman, Frank Martinez, he's not going to get duped by another bunt this game. He's expecting the Road Warriors to potentially play small ball and try to sacrifice bunt. He's ready for it.
Martinez in on the edge of the grass as a fastball to Jorge Fernandez is there for a called strike. Fernandez 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. The unfortunate part here for the Blue Crabs, in both innings that the Road Warriors have put up runs, the 5th and the 7th, the leadoff man in that inning reached via a single. So a promising sign for the Road Warriors. The good news for the Blue Crabs, they've allowed leadoff runners to reach in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th and stranded all of them. So you can see it both ways here. As the count at 1-1, infield in double play depth, Martinez has backed up, no longer buying the small ball approach, and a check on first. Back in safely as Pierre.
Once again, another example of not showing your best move, but still keeping the runner honest. Can't let him get too far off, but you also want to keep that best move in the back of your bank.
1-1 the count as Creasy comes set at the chest. Delivers a breaking ball for a called strike, 1-2. Jason Creasy, 6'4", 235 pounds, out of Clayton, North Carolina. He's making his second appearance for the Blue Crabs. This is the 4th time we've seen Creasy. Twice he pitched against Southern Maryland. Goes to the breaking ball here as that one will actually come in and catch Fernandez. As he's in a little bit of pain, looks like it might have caught him on the shin as the hit by pitch will move Pierre to second, Fernandez to first, 2 on with nobody out.
And the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs this season have, coming into this game, they had hit 6 more batters than anybody else in the Atlantic League. 14 total hit by pitches from the staff of the Blue Crabs, make that 15 on the season now.
I might be expecting small ball here, as this is the man we've seen lay down the bunt already today, Silverio. And he does square here, popped up. Creasy tries to make a play on it. He can't get it in the air, so he'll field and fire to Garcia covering. A successful sacrifice bunt from Silverio moves both runners into scoring position. We've seen the Road Warriors attempt small ball a couple of times. A bunt single from Silverio, and then you had that interesting sacrifice bunt attempt from Anthony Ray earlier where he popped it up unsuccessfully, but then an error actually allowed the runners to advance anyway. So 1 down in the inning, and the infield will pull in again, looking to cut down the run at the plate as Chris Rivera digs in, 2 for 3, a double and a single for him. First pitch, a slider that a good stop from Jose Gonzalez keeps from going to the backstop and holds an insurance run at third from scoring. Creasy, 3 appearances for the Long Island Ducks this year. He allowed 5 earned runs in 4 innings for Long Island, an 11.25 ERA before being traded to the Blue Crabs. 1-0 pitch, fastball, low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. The good news for the Blue Crabs, with those numbers from Long Island, 3 of the 5 earned runs that Creasy allowed were actually to Southern Maryland. Interesting how baseball works sometimes. 2-0 pitch, check swing, called strike anyway, as that one will kick off the glove of Gonzalez, but not very far, and the count will go to 2-1.
And you know, maybe that's why they got him. They see that he's very effective against everybody else, and maybe give the Blue Crabs some batting practice as well.
Swung on and missed as the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Checked down to third by the catcher, Jose Gonzalez, making sure that the runners are staying within their own realm over there. Gustavo Pierre getting a little far off in his secondary.
Fastball here, swung on and missed, and Creasy picks up a big strikeout of Rivera for out number 2 and comes within 1 out of escaping the inning.
Blue Crabs bullpen done a great job saving, doing damage control, I should say, so far this game.
2 men in scoring position with 2 outs for Anthony Ray. He's 1 for 3 today. A chopper down the third baseline as Creasy jammed Ray a little bit there, and that will go foul, 0-1.
And this is the same Anthony Ray who earlier in the game had a RBI single. Really, at this point in the game, is the difference right now as the Blue Crabs are trailing by a score of 4-3.
Looks like Ray broke his bat there, so he'll head back and get a new piece of lumber from the dugout. Won the count as Creasy comes set. A look at second and third, now delivers. This one jams Ray again, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes on the foul ball.
And for the last 2 pitches, you see that when you bring it inside, Anthony Ray has been very late on the pitches. I think you come right back and maybe something off speed and really throw him off, but I think you stay with the high cheese inside.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs as Creasy kicks and delivers. Fastball on the outside corner. Called strike 3. A big strikeout for Creasy back to back as he'll strand the 2 runners. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base in the inning. Blue Crabs look to carry the momentum to the bottom of the 8th. Frank Martinez leads it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hilltop Signs and Graphics is the official signage partner of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs this 2018 season and specializes in custom signage, vehicle wraps and decals, site lighting, and much more. Since 1992, Hilltop's top priority has been providing customers in the DMV area with the highest quality product. Call today at 301-373-7878 to start your project or visit hilltopsignsmd.com for more information. Hilltop Signs and Graphics, where design, fabrication, and installation is our expertise. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today.
Hi, this is Fran Martinez, and you are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcaster Network.
Luis Cruz back on the mound for the Road Warriors here in the bottom of the 8th. Blue Crabs trail by 1 as 5-6-7 due up. Martinez leads it off. This one misses low. The first pitch of the inning was a called strike, so the count even at 1-1 on Martinez. He's got another multi-hit day his 8th of the season as he goes fishing here and swings over the top. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And if I'm Coach Frisbee, I don't want anybody else at the plate other than Frank Martinez. Let's see if he can get it done from the right side of the plate.
Switch hitter who's moved over to the right side for the first time in today's ball game. He had 2 hits from the left, including a single and a double. 2-2 the count as a changeup swung on and missed, and Cruz picks up the strikeout. Second strikeout for Cruz. The line is now final for Raul Rivera. Good outing for him as he goes 6 1/3. Allows 7 hits, 2 runs, just 1 earned. Walked 1, struck out 3 before giving way to Cruz. Rivera is in line for his 2nd win of the season if his bullpen can hold on. Devin Rodriguez up now, 1 for 3 with a double, as Rodriguez with a massive cut trying to tie the game, but instead falls behind 0-1 in the count. Good power part of the lineup for the Blue Crabs as Rodriguez fouls this one back out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Both Rodriguez and the man on deck, Corey Vaughn, fully capable of tying this ball game with just 1 swing. Rodriguez had 6 home runs in 75 games last year. 0-2 check swing. He able to put it in play, unfortunately for him, as Cruz will pick it up and flip. Rodriguez was down on the ground, so never able to head to first, and he is down for out number 2.
And that's about the most unfortunate thing that you could have happen. That's not what you want to see, whether you're a fan of either team. You want just, you want to win how it should happen, and that's just a fluke that happens in baseball sometimes. He was trying to cover his own face from getting hit with the ball, and it ended up just hitting the bat and going in play. That'll happen sometimes in baseball. You got to roll with the punches, and let's see if Corey Vaughn can punch one over the fence.
2 down, bases empty. Time was called briefly there as Craig Stem, who's up and warming in the Blue Crabs bullpen, snuck one by the bullpen catcher and into play. First pitch to Vaughn, misses 1-0. So Vaughn ahead in the count, now takes fastball right there, 1-1. He's 1 for 3, a single, a pop out, and a ground out to this point. He does have 1 home run on the season, a solo shot back in the 2nd game of the year. He had 13 home runs last year as a high fly ball towards right field. Fernandez backtracking just short of the track will make the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning for Cruz. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Craig Stem will come out of the bullpen. He'll have the top of the order, looking to hold the deficit at 1 and set the Blue Crabs up with a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. But Stem's got to get 3 outs before that when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, be sure to join us July 6th as we celebrate Blue Crabs star Daryl Thompson. That night, as part of our Red Friday series, we'll be handing out a Daryl Thompson red bobblehead brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Bobbleheads will be handed out of the front gate as fans enter while supplies last. Be sure to get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788 to be part of the fun.
This is Parker Frazier, pitcher from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Craig Stem, the new pitcher here for the Blue Crabs in the top of the ninth, as the right-hander will face the 1-2-3 in the Road Warriors order, looking to hold this score at 4-3. First pitch of the inning to Osvaldo Martinez, a fly ball out towards right. Bladell backing up will make the catch. One pitch, one out to start the day for Stem.
And I don't think that would have gotten down, but the wind didn't help that one either, Brandon. As in, just today it's kind of a muggy day. It's cold. The ball's not going to fly as far as it would have at the start of the game, and we haven't seen them fly as they typically would.
Stem ready now for the first pitch to Melvin Rodriguez. Delivers outside, 1-0. 6'5", 230 pounds out of Nashville, Tennessee. Craig Stem making his 7th appearance of the season. We saw him last night as he delivers here. Rodriguez fouls it off out of play, 1-1. Stem pitched the 7th in last night's ball game. He allowed 1 hit, but worked a scoreless inning, including a strikeout. He faced last night AJ Jimenez, Antonio Silverio, Anthony Ray, and Osvaldo Martinez. So new part of the order for him today, outside of the man he just got out, as Rodriguez fouls one out of play, and the count goes to 1-2.
Another interesting thing that you only see in baseball is that ball goes out of play, hits off the light pole, and comes right back into play.
1-2 pitch. This one taken out of the zone, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Rodriguez.
Stem comes in his 7th appearance, having allowed 4 runs, all of them earned, and he has a 6.0 ERA.
Hoping to lower that today as the 2-2 pitch. That swung on, drilled toward short. Wong with a diving effort, and that's going to sneak by into left field. A 1-out hit for Rodriguez, his first of the day, as he goes to 1 for 4. That'll bring in Geraldo Valentin. Valentin has done most of the damage for the Road Warriors to this point. 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs. That came on an RBI single in the 5th. As he digs in now. The man on first, 1 down. Stem working out of the stretch. Comes set at the belt. A look at first. Now kicks and delivers. Right down the middle for a called strike. Looked like Valentin was taking all the way there.
Valentin, the designated hitter, is 2 for 4 on the day, looking to get something going. Stem has other plans in mind, trying to roll a double play and get out of this.
Check swing from Valentin, but he's able to hold back as the count evens up 1-1. Valentin, 35 years old, out of Puerto Rico. He spent time in the Royals, Mariners, and Florida Marlins organizations before spending a large portion of his time in independent ball, including last year as a member of the Cleburne Railroaders of the American Association. Takes outside from Stem here as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Stem comes set. A look at first. Rodriguez with good speed over there. Now delivers chopper towards short. Taylor made. Wong, Garcia on to Rodriguez. 6-4-3. As that will retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Blue Crabs 1 to tie, 2 to win it. Looking for the walk-off. Gonzalez, Garcia, Bladell when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Friday night, July 20th, we celebrate our favorite blue furball, Pinch, with his very own brace face bobble belly, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. This one-of-a-kind giveaway will only be available at the front gates while supplies last, so make sure you get there early to see the Blue Crabs face the Lancaster Barnstormers. To ensure your seat today, visit somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788. TN Bose Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to present Fans for Our Fans at Regency Furniture Stadium once again this 2018 season. When the temperature at game time is expected to be a scorcher, TN Bose will do what they do best, keep you always the right temperature, by providing hand fans to the first 200 guests entering the stadium that day. Learn more about their technologically advanced AeroSeal duct sealing procedure online at tnbose.com. TN Bose for all your air conditioning and heating needs. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today. Eight, 9-1 due up for the Blue Crabs here in the bottom of the ninth. 1 to tie, 2 to win, as Andrew Johnston will get the ball for the Road Warriors and look to shut down and avoid the sweep. Jose Gonzalez swings at the first pitch he sees from Johnston and chops this one foul. No balls and 1 strike on the Blue Crabs catcher. He's 0 for 3 today, looking to turn that around here. 0 for 6 in the series. Gonzalez with a high drive towards left field. Silverio going back towards the line will make the catch on full sprint for out number 1.
And if Cruz is the Road Warriors' #1 option, Andrew Johnson is going to be their second option. This is his 6th appearance. He has pitched 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, a 1.28 ERA, the best on the team, right behind Cruz.
Speaking of Cruz, final line for him, 1 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned, struck out 2. As he'll get the hold, Johnston looking for the save with the win for Rivera. Chopper weakly towards third, no play for Pierre, so he'll let it hit off the lip and roll into foul territory before picking it up in foul ground. So the count 0-1 on Garcia. He reached via an error in the 7th, came around to score. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Looking to get on base as the tying run for Johnny Bladell, who awaits on deck. Ryan Chafee is up and throwing in the Blue Crabs bullpen just in case they are able to tie the game, as Johnston gets one across for a called strike. Cruz has 1 save, Gabay has the other for the Road Warriors, so this is the first opportunity for Johnston this year. 0-2 count as the right-hander kicks and delivers. Garcia with a high drive towards right field. Backing up is Fernandez. He'll reach at the track. That's going to get over his head on the wall. Garcia to second. He's being waved around to third. The relay into Rodriguez. Throw, slide, not in time. Garcia is safe with a 1-out triple. Garcia looking to go the other way with 2 strikes. Chokes up, puts the ball in play, and good things happen. There you go, Andrew. You can't use your stat anymore. The Blue Crabs are no longer without a triple on this season, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time.
That's you took the words out of my mouth, Brandon. That's what I was going to say. What a great time to get the first triple of the year. And who else is up to bat other than Johnny Bladell? I like my odds in this situation for a comeback.
The infield has pulled in against Bladell with Garcia, the tying run 90 feet away. And Johnston's first pitch to Bladell misses inside 1-0.
And what a great hit that was by Edwin Garcia. You see one go down the left field line off the bat of Gonzalez. It comes back in with the wind. The wind helped this one drop.
Bladell up the middle. That's going to get through, and the Blue Crabs have tied the game here in the bottom of the ninth. An RBI single from Johnny Bladell. And we are all knotted up at 4. And now the winning run is on first with still just 1 out in the inning. And 2 of the hottest hitters on the Blue Crabs team due up with Wong and Strasburger, the next 2 in the order.
And if you want to know how good of a season Johnny Bladell is having, Brandon, he came into the game .469. He is 2 for 5 today. 2 for 5 is a great day. And his average is actually going to decrease after having a 2 for 5 day. So that means you're doing pretty well for yourself.
A quick check on first. Johnston with a good move there. Almost got Bladell leaning, but he's able to get back in safely. Joey Wong in now, 2 for 4 with a 2 runs scored for Wong, looking for the first walk-off of the season. Bladell with great speed as Johnston with another check. This one up, and a leaping effort is what it takes from Valentine to make the play. The Blue Crabs saw Johnston in game 1. He worked 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, but was scoreless. The only run he's allowed on the season prior to that one was against the York Revolution on May 2nd. First pitch to Wong finally. Catches the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike.
Wong coming in 2 of 4 on the day. He was 3 of 5 yesterday. We've mentioned it a couple times. He's been absolutely phenomenal in these past 2 games. Looking to round out the series on a positive note.
Johnston sets for the 0-1 and delivers. Wong with a ground ball towards first. Backhand effort from Valentine. He'll flip on to second. Nobody covering the bag at first as Wong is aboard on the fielder's choice. That's the second time we've seen Wong roll into a 3-6 fielder's choice. The positive note of that, the last time he did it came in the 7th, and he came around to score.
Strasburger also has an RBI single on the day, looking to add 1 more RBI to that total. 1 of 4 on the day coming into this at bat.
Strasburger takes first pitch, a fastball in the inside corner, 0-1. So the Blue Crabs' top RBI guys coming into the day, tied at 7, were Bladell, Strasburger, and Martinez. And now they're all tied at 8.
It's not a bad problem to have.
0-1 the count as another check on first. Johnston with a very good move. That's not something you normally see out of a big guy like Andrew Johnston, 6'5", 205.
He's got the sweet feet, Brandon. He can really move up there. He's very deceptive, and he's good at changing up his looks.
0-1 count to Strasburger. That one misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Looking at extra base hits for Strasburger this year, he's got 3 of them, 2 doubles and a home run. Any of those would likely end the game, as Wong has good speed, but the Road Warriors defense is playing no doubles depth as they're back near the track. Another check on Wong, though, making sure he's not going. Interesting, as Wong only 0 for 1 on stolen base attempts this year, and this is not the ideal situation for him to take off.
My guess is the thinking on keeping on picking over there is because if something does get to the fence, if it's in the gap, you'd have to imagine that with a pretty decently sized lead, even without stealing the speed of Joey Wong, is going to score a run on a ball to the gap.
1-2, Strasburger looking to stay alive, takes a weak cut, able to get a piece of it, and does his job. That one comes back down right in front of us and down into the first level. Hope everyone's okay down there. As Andrew gives a look back at me, that one went right over his head.
Yeah, I heard it bouncing up there. I thought it might come back down. Next thing I know, it's going right in front of my eyes.
It is slanted downward, so keep an eye out up there. 1-2, Strasburger. Same pitch, same spot as he's able to fight back out of play.
And he sends another one over our heads. Let's see if he can send one over the heads out in the outfield. He had a home run in the first game of this series. It would be a good time to have that again.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He's doing a good job to stay alive as Johnston comes set. Wong leaning, and a check on him as he dives back in safely.
And the fans are not enjoying the continued pickoff over there, but in a situation this effectively is like icing a kicker in football.
1-2, Strasburger with a high drive to deep left field. Backing up is Silverio. That'll bounce off the wall. Wong on his way to third. He's going to get the stop sign as that one will roll past the cutoff man to Pierre. Ryan Strasburger came within inches of ending this game, but he'll have to settle for a 2-out double and allow Angelo Sonko the opportunity. I can't say that I fault manager James Frisbee at third there for throwing up that stop sign, as it looks like they're not even going to pitch to Sonko an intentional base on balls to set up the force at any plate.
And that has to feel good if you are Sonko in this situation. You come in 0 for 9, and then you get intentional walk. Like, we were talking about that earlier. The respect for him is still there across this league. They still know what he can do, but we know what Frank Martinez can do, Brandon. He has been absolutely on fire of late. 2 of 4 on the day. Let's make it 3 of 5.
I gotta say, I understand the move. It sets up the force at any base. But Martinez brings in an 11-game hitting streak, a .373 average to play today that's only going up, and you're going to bring him to the plate with the bases loaded and the winning run 90 feet away?
Yeah, I don't love the decision. If I'm the Road Warriors, I absolutely love it. If I'm the Blue Crabs, looking to send it home.
Martinez fouled off the first pitch he saw. He's 2 for 3 from the left side, 2 for 4 in total, as Johnston kicks and delivers. Martinez with a ground ball down the first baseline, out of play. And the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Johnston is 1 out away from extending this game to extra innings. He's already got the blown save. He's looking to avoid the loss at this point, as the best he can get out of this is just that, a 10th inning. 0-2 pitch. Johnston kicks and delivers. Martinez off the end of the bat, able to stay alive.
And you mentioned it. Good job staying alive. He does have Martinez kind of guessing right now. First pitch, he's late. Second pitch, he's way early. Third pitch, late, fouling it off. It's a toss-up what Andrew Johnston goes with here, and that's how you want it to be if you're a pitcher. You want the hitter guessing. He's in full control, and he's up 0-2.
0-2 pitch once more. This one in the dirt. Wong with a good read, but he will backtrack here, as it looked like Rivera might have been able to swallow it, but instead Wong has to hold.
And I was thinking Wong was going to make it, but the ball didn't go back as far as I thought. Good call by Coach Frisbee, telling him to hold on.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the count on Martinez, as Johnston comes set and delivers. Martinez jams himself a little bit, popped up towards third. Pierre should have an easy play, and he does. And for the first time this year, we will go extra innings, as the Blue Crabs, with the help of a triple from Edwin Garcia, are able to tie the game. They had a couple of chances to win it, but we'll have to go 10. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 3 on base in the inning. We'll head to the 10th. Chafee will face the 4-5-6 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Ryan Strasburger, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, what's more American than baseball and a barbecue cookout? Quite frankly, the two go together like stars and stripes, rockets and red glare, and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So when you come to Regency Furniture Stadium's all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion, you get both at a great price. The best part is that groups from 20 to 400 plus can enjoy the picnic pavilion, and when you include this home run of a deal with the kids park, paddle boats, and on-field fun, you have a grand slam of an opportunity. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive, or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
This is Rick Meehan, Mayor of Ocean City, Maryland. For everyone who's put off planning vacation this summer, I've got good news for you. Ocean City, Maryland is a procrastinator's paradise. We've got 10 miles of free beach, an amazing 3-mile boardwalk, golf, fishing, shopping, dining, and free events 7 nights a week, including fireworks, boardwalk light shows, dance parties, and movies right on the beach. It's not too late. Book a visit today at ococean.com. That's ococean.com.
Hey, this is Edwin Garcia, and we are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcast Network.
Ryan Chafee, the new pitcher for the Blue Crabs, here in the top of the 10th, as he'll face the 4-5-6. Rede Rodriguez leads it off and fouls the first pitch he sees back into the screen. Chafee making his 8th appearance of the season, as he's serving as the Blue Crabs closer at this point in the season, still waiting for the return of Cody Epley. This pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. This one's swung on, a pop-up out of play down the right side. 2-2 the count.
Makes sense to throw in the closer in this situation. Scores 4-4. If you need to, Joe Madden has set the bar for making it okay in baseball now to put your closer in for more than 1 inning. Don't know if they will opt with that here, but the option is out there. If Chapman can throw 3 or 4 innings, it's not such a bad thing to throw your closer out there for a couple.
2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and Chafee picks up the strikeout for out number 1. Another strikeout for Chafee. That's the 7th on the day for the Blue Crabs pitching staff.
Chafee, Chapman, same, starts with the same thing, both closers. Of course, Chapman now back with the Yankees. I was referring to his time with the Cubs back in that World Series run.
Breaking ball here as that one misses 1-0. That got a ring on Chapman's finger. Something he hasn't been able to do yet with the Yankees, but this could be their year. Plenty of offense on that team. As Chafee misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
They're looking awfully good this year, Brandon. Another team looking awfully good, those Atlanta Braves. How about them?
First place in the division for now, holding on with the Baby Braves as Chafee catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 2-1. You know who looks really good today? The Baltimore Orioles. For those listening in the tri-state area up here, the Orioles at one point held as much as a 17-0 lead. I knew it was 17-1 in the bottom of the 8th the last I checked. Not sure what that one ended up finishing as.
Yeah, I saw in the top of the 9th it was still 17-1. That's the last I saw. My guess is they held on to win that one.
I would hope so, as the 3-1 absolutely hammered from Gustavo Pierre, backing up is Strasburger. He'll look up, no choice but to watch that one sail out of here. A long home run from Pierre as the Road Warriors have taken the lead back on the solo shot here in the top of the 10th.
For Gustavo Pierre, that is his 3rd home run of the year. Make that his 6th RBI. 3 home runs is the team lead for the Road Warriors.
On a different day, I'd have called that a no-doubter, but with the cold air and the wind blowing from left to right, I thought maybe the ballpark might just have enough to hold that one, but he snuck it up onto the mini monster there. So 1 down, and Chafee back to work as his first pitch to Jorge Fernandez, a called strike, 0-1. Quick look around the rest of the Atlantic League. You've got the New Britain Bees and York Revolution in a 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 7th, as a check swing goes around, says third base umpire Jorge Teheran. Fernandez disagrees, and the count at 0-2. So as I was saying, Bees and Revolution tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The Sugarland Skeeters have a 6-4 lead over the home Long Island Ducks. Ducks in the bottom of the 9th there as they look to come back on the Skeeters. Elevated fastball swung on and missed, and Fernandez down on strikes. Second strikeout for Chafee. Unfortunately, the home run is sandwiched in between as Fernandez has been ejected from the game, and he is not happy about that 0-1 check swing call. That'll bring out manager Ellie Rodriguez. As Fernandez has been tossed, Rodriguez will now come out and have his say. In the meantime, I'll let you know for fun that the Long Island Ducks game has just gone final. 6-4 Sugarland takes the win in that one. So now 2 down, bases empty for Alfredo Silverio. The Road Warriors will have to find a new right fielder. If I had a guess, it would probably be Edwin Gomez, who we've seen play the outfield and third base in the first 2 games of this series. Chafee kicks and delivers. First pitch misses outside to Silverio for a ball. So Fernandez is going to have to take the long walk in between innings all the way out through the left center field wall, as this one swung on and fouled back out of play. Personally, I'm just happy because I've seen it happen before. Umpires will make the player leave the playing field immediately. That often takes up to 5 minutes as they have to walk all the way across the infield, through the outfield, and out through the gates.
And you know when somebody gets ejected, if they have to make that long walk, they're not taking, they're going to take as much time as they possibly can.
I have never seen anybody hustle off of this field through the left center field gates after an ejection. No.
Nobody would. You want to make a show of it at that point, and it looks like he's still having words with the umpire from the dugout.
Martinez is probably going to do what he didn't want to do, which was pause the game and tell Fernandez to get out of here, because Fernandez, after the ejection, is trying to do what we said, which is wait in between innings, or that's what the umpires were trying to let him do. But instead, he sat in the dugout, barking at the umpires, continuing to argue after he was already ejected, which that'll now put us in a situation where Silvio says, I'm just not going to deal with it. You're going to leave the field now.
And it appears from my vantage point, Fernandez is gathering his belongings, and he will begin to make that long walk, but it looks like he's heading the wrong way.
He's going to go out around the infield diamond. He doesn't want to cut across the pitcher's mound, any disrespect to the pitcher. So
I respect that.
There's a couple of unwritten rules. One of them is, just leave when you're ejected. But we're ignoring that one and taking the one where we don't cut across the pitcher's mound instead. So
I was just anticipating him to come behind, back behind the catcher. But I think this will give him even a little bit more time, as we were talking about. He's strutting that mall walk, taking as much time as he possibly can to get off the field. And if anything, he's just, kind of ruining any momentum that the Road Warriors had built after hitting that home run. He's just kind of ruining that, as he is really taking his time walking off that field.
You know what now's a good time to do, Andrew?
What's
Let
that?
you know that the Orioles did, in fact, win 17-1. So as he takes a long stroll, we went through the Atlantic League scoreboard. Let's go through the MLB scoreboard. The Yankees, we talked about, up 3-0. Phillies up 3-1 over the Mets. Astros up 6-1 over the Rangers. White Sox 5-3 lead over those Cubs we talked about with Joe Madden. Got a couple other games in action. Brewers up 4-0. Twins Angels tied. Cardinals Padres tied. Reds Dodgers with a 2-1 game. The Red Sox, Braves, Orioles, Tigers, Indians, and Giants have already won, with the Nationals Diamondbacks set for the late game tonight. And if we take a look at the playoff scoreboard, the Boston Celtics with a 67-45 lead in the third quarter over the Cleveland Cavaliers. And now we are back to work, and Chafee with one whole pitch. After all of that, will end the top of the 10th. He strikes out the side, but unfortunately the solo home run from Gustavo Pierre was in there. And the Road Warriors take a 5-4 lead. The Blue Crabs need another one to tie and 2 to win it. Devin Rodriguez, Corey Vaughn lead it off when we return to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Make sure to bring Dad out to the ballpark on June 17th to celebrate Father's Day as the Blue Crabs finish the series game against York. All fathers will have a chance post-game to participate in the Blue Crabs remote control dig presented by Alpon for a chance to win television prize package. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-97. Attention all Boy Scouts. Friday, June 15th is Boy Scouts Night and Sleepover presented by Maryland 529. All Boy Scouts will be recognized during the game against York and have the opportunity to register for the post-game sleepover on the field. For more information on this or any other exciting activities throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Johnston back to the mound. He's now in line for a win, but he's got to get through the Blue Crabs order here. 2 All-Stars lead it off, Devin Rodriguez and Corey Vaughn, followed by Jose Gonzalez. As Rodriguez, first pitch swinging, fouls this one off out of play. Johnston's already got the blown save after allowing Edwin Garcia to triple and then come around to score on the Johnny Bladell RBI hit. Pitch comes inside, and the count goes to 1-1. Couple of housekeeping things here. Obviously, with the ejection from the right fielder, Fernandez, some changes had to be made. I was pretty close. I said Gomez was going to come in. He did. He just went to third, and Gustavo Pierre moved out to right field.
That was a good call.
1-1. Rodriguez goes the other way. That's going to get down. Will it get to the wall? Silverio trying to cut it off, unable to do so. And Rodriguez will cruise in with a stand-up double, his second of the day. And he now sits alone atop the leaderboard for most doubles in the Atlantic League with 8. That's all Devin Rodriguez does. He now has 9 hits on the season, and 8 of them have been doubles.
And how about 4 doubles in the past 24 hours for Devin Rodriguez? He's had 2 today. He had 2 yesterday. And 1 base hit will make this a 5-5 ball game, assuming that Devin Rodriguez is able to muster up some legs and get into home.
Corey Vaughn, the man up now, as Johnston gives a look back at second. Vaughn takes a fastball in the inside corner, 0-1. Vaughn's 1 for 4. He didn't have a walk-off last year, but he had dang close to one, as a tie game in the bottom of the 8th against the Long Island Ducks last year. Corey Vaughn, we were down 1, not a tie game, excuse me. Corey Vaughn hit a 2-run bomb to put the Blue Crabs ahead in a game that proved to be their first win of last season. So Vaughn, not quite a walk-off, but close, looking to do his first walk-off today. Breaking ball, that one gets down in the dirt, 1-1.
Ops with the breaking ball does Johnston. He'll put that one just in the dirt. He comes inside. Look for something hard, low, and outside if I'm Corey Vaughn.
Johnston ready for the 1-1. That pitch catches the low inside corner. Vaughn, not a big fan of that, will take some time to spin out of the box. Corey Vaughn has chased the curveball a little bit too much this year if you look at it. 17 strikeouts for Vaughn on the season. That's most on the team and tied for 4th in the league. Hoping to avoid that here and at least move the runner to third as the 1-2. Vaughn hammers one down the line, but just foul. A couple of feet wide of back-to-back doubles. David Russo is up and throwing in the Blue Crabs bullpen. He's one of 3 relievers that are left out there. 4, excuse me. You've got Richard Mariano, Shane Watson, Paul Clemens, and Roos. Johnston ready for the 1-2 again as Vaughn does the exact same thing and hits an absolute laser at the bullpen. Watson tries to make a leaping play over there in the pen, but it gets up over him and out of play. 1-2. I don't know if you watched the little sequence down there just now, Andrew, but Watson was standing up kind of watching and cheering on, and the line drive almost caught him, so he picked up his glove, and then that time he tried to make a play on it. He's now moved up into the crowd, trying to hide from Corey Vaughn. 1-2, that one gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for Rodriguez to advance, and the count goes to 2-2 now.
And it'll be interesting to see with what Johnston goes with. He had Corey Vaughn very early on 2 breaking balls, and it's tough to say, do you stick with the breaking ball, keep him early, because if you go with the fastball, he may be right on time.
2 balls, 2 strikes as Johnston goes to the breaking ball here, and Vaughn gets a piece of it to stay alive. Vaughn fighting in the at-bat as they're trying to get Johnston to throw some pitches here. The right-hander at 31 now, working out of the bullpen. That's a lot of pitches on an arm. He's only gone 2 innings once this year, and he cruised through those. Just 7 batters faced in those 2 innings. As this one will skip away from the catcher, and that one is plenty far enough for Rodriguez to get to third. A wild pitch from Johnston, and now 90 feet away, a sacrifice fly could score the tying run. Second wild pitch of the year for Andrew Johnston.
There is some action out in the pen for the Road Warriors. Infield comes in. There is a little bit of a shift. Try to get something up the middle if I'm Corey Vaughn.
3-2 pitch. That one dips low and inside, and Vaughn draws the walk. And the winning run is now on first, tying run on third, with Jose Gonzalez coming to the plate. Vaughn with good speed at first. We'll see if potentially he might be in motion. 17 stolen bases last year. He's this season. He also finished top 10 in the league in walks and runs scored, did Corey Vaughn last year. So no surprise there, as the infield will all come together here for a conference with Johnston. And that will bring out Rafi Montalvo as well, the pitching coach. No signal to the pin yet, so it looks like just a talk with Johnston. As I mentioned, he threw 2 innings once already this year, but he faced just 7 batters in those 2 innings. To put that in a little bit of perspective, he's faced 7 last inning alone, let alone the 2 already this inning.
And that'll be tough on a late bullpen guy, as it looks like somebody is coming in. I don't believe that is a relief pitcher, though. And it is. They are going to make the pitching change, I believe.
So they do take the ball from Johnston, as another new pitcher will come on for the Road Warriors. So we'll take this opportunity to step away. We'll get you the details on the new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. So the Road Warriors turn to the pen here as Jalen Peguero will come on. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Jose Gonzalez squares to bunt on the first pitch, but pulls back. And that one misses. 1 ball and no strikes. The tying run is 90 feet away on third. The go-ahead run stands on first in the form of Corey Vaughn. Peguero is tasked with keeping him right there, as both are on the hook for Andrew Johnston. Gonzalez squares to bunt. He pushes this one to the right side. Nobody at second, so a sacrifice bunt puts the go-ahead run in scoring position, as Jose Gonzalez does his job pretty well and sacrifices Vaughn to second.
And it's not the call that I expected. I expected if the bunt was going to happen, it was going to be the suicide squeeze, and they are going to intentionally walk Edwin Garcia. So another interesting decision for an intentional walk. Now, I understand this one a little bit more because it does force the double play. You can put the middle infield back, but why put Johnny Bladell at the plate when you have the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position?
I mean, Garcia does have a triple already and a pair of runs scored, so you might
One
as well
of them
take
on an error. I just think, I don't know why you'd ever want to put Johnny Bladell, a guy who is 2 for 5 on the day, 469 on the year, up to the plate in this situation.
set up the double play, or at least the force out at the plate as Bladell chops one down the line. That's going to go just foul. Man, just about a foot wide of the bag.
Bladell a little bit ahead of that one, up and in pitch. See what Peguero comes back with in this situation. The Crabs did see Peguero the other day. He pitched 1 inning and allowed 1 hit, no runs.
0-1 the count as Peguero comes set and delivers. Bladell with a line drive towards left. That's going to get down. 1-1 will score. Corey Vaughn around. The throw in is offline, and Johnny Bladell, a walk-off winner here in Southern Maryland. Johnny Bladell comes through, his 3rd hit of the ball game, and the Blue Crabs are victorious 6-5. They've swept the Road Warriors, and Johnny Bladell have a day. 3 hits, none bigger than that one, as the Blue Crabs look to turn the season around, and what a start to it. 3 straight wins here. Vaughn was going all the way from second. He's got great speed. I'm not convinced the throw had him anyway, but it went up the line, and he was able to score easily. So a blown save from Andrew Johnston in the 9th. He ends up giving up 2 more in the 10th and taking the loss here. 6-5 the final score as the Blue Crabs have swept the Road Warriors. Andrew, welcome to the team, man. 3-0 since you joined.
You know, and I love the effort today out of the Blue Crabs. You're down 4-1 going into the bottom of the 7th. You don't let it phase you. You come back, you score a couple of runs, you put up a pair in the 9th and the 10th combined. You end up winning on a walk-off. And speaking of, staying with it, Johnny Bladell comes into the year on an absolute tear. He starts off 0-3 with 2 strikeouts, and do you let that get to you, and do you let that take you down? The answer is absolutely not. In the 7th, he was the reason that they started coming back. He led off the inning with a single, not led off, but he did have a single. He ended up scoring. In the 9th, he has a single. In the 10th, he has a 2-run walk-off single, and you see him down there celebrating the win. Have a day, Johnny Bladell.
Happy Mother's Day from the Blue Crabs. Happy Mother's Day, Johnny Bladell. His mom, Nikki, I believe, is down there, who he's celebrating with. They live in nearby Alexandria. So just about a 45-minute trip for Bladell's family, and I think that that's who he's down there celebrating with. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and the Blue Crabs celebrate in the best way they can. There it is, the embrace from Bladell and his mother. And 6-5 the final score. Blue Crabs are victorious. You mentioned the fight they put up. Base running got it done as they put some pressure on the Road Warriors. Anything that skipped away, Joey Wong was really aggressive and ended up leading to a throwing error that really proved to be a big part of what happened today. So the win will be credited to Ryan Chafee. The loss will go to Andrew Johnston. And the Blue Crabs will now hit the road for 7 straight days, taking a season-high 3-game winning streak on the plane to Sugar Land, Texas tomorrow. They got 7 straight in Sugar Land. Joey Wagman will get the start. In the meantime, we'll be back here 1 week from tomorrow. The Blue Crabs will return home for a series against the New Britain Bees. Monday the 21st is game 1 of that series. So we're off air for the next week as the Blue Crabs are in Sugar Land. Stay up to date with everything on our social media, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, SOMD Blue Crabs, or on our website at SOMDBlueCrabs.com. For my broadcast partner, I'm Andrew Branstra. That's Andrew Branstra. I'm Brandon Buland. I apologize. Happy Mother's Day to my mom, to Andrew's mom, to Johnny Bladell's mom, and to all the baseball moms out there. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you a week from today here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.